Hey, what's up, man? All right, we're gonna hit save on that. Hey, how's it going? All right, it's Thursday, one of my favorite days of the week. How about you guys? And we're setting up for the Thursday stream. The first thing you'll notice is it's not vertical, it's in horizontal. Oh, I got to sneeze. Are you kidding me? Man. Oh, man, this room must be the dustiest room in the house. I'm sneezing the moment I'm in here. That's crazy, man. I gotta sneeze again. Oh, man. Good thing I got my sneeze guard here. All right, sneezing like a second into the stream, man. Sneezing, coughing, sneezing, coughing, sneezing, coughing. All right, so the title: clearance boxes, new slabs getting priced, and hot breaks, which is true actually. We have hot breaks. I've also just placed a really expensive order of a whole bunch of triplet beat. So we're getting triplet beat, guys. All right, because last night we sold out of it. We had a very unusual order where it didn't appear to have any hits in it, but we couldn't tell if that was like a glitch or just really bad luck. But we're getting a fresh case of triplet beat now. So I'm excited for that. My nose is stuffy. All right, so here we are. We're going to jump over here to stamps. Very first order of the day. Here, let me let me finish getting the stream ready. I don't think I pinged yet, so let me ping. Have I pinged? Let me go to feed. Here it is. At here. We're going live for Thursday day. So tonight we'll probably do a vertical stream in the nighttime stream, something we have never done, or at least we haven't done it in a very long time. So the nighttime stream shall get a vertical and you guys shall get a horizontal. We're going to see how that plays out because last night we were getting really low views. And maybe that's just because we didn't have anything exciting going on. Actually, that could very well explain the issue. I was talking to Mike's side about this, but I was talking about how we haven't had like a slab return from PSA or tag in a long time now. Normally we get returns by now. And I realize that makes the stream so boring because there's nothing new getting priced. You know, there's nothing new going up. So we're kind of getting into my back stock to find some new stuff. Okay, guys, we'll get some new slabs for you. I think our breaks are as good as ever. And we're kind of in between sets too. We're getting ready for a new Pokemon set to come out. So there is usually a natural lull right here. I'm looking at some other stuff to get. I'm looking at maybe some cosmic. I'm talking to a guy right now about a cosmic deal. And if he agrees to it, we'll have some cosmic. Excuse me. So the reason that's good is because I looked and I have no loose boxes of Cosmic Eclipse. Now, do I have cases of it? Yes. But do I want to open them? No. That's true. There hasn't really been any new slabs. Yeah. So for us on this channel, there's usually, every channel has its own feeling, right? I'd say our channel leans towards slab breaks and big slab returns. We're all about card grading. I especially have a lot of slab inventory, and it's no fun when you're not getting slab returns. So we're missing that as content to draw new people in, but also as just this thing to look forward to in the stream. So I was thinking, man, we got to get something going. Anyways, so today I decided we'd do some clearance. We got this lovely SpongeBob box. Let's take a look. KU SpongeBob. What are these going for these days? All right, cool. Well, I'm confused. Okay, yeah, cool. So this box shall be, you got to open it. You can't keep it sealed, okay? This box right here shall be 20 bucks. That is a 2-0. And then this box over here, the Union Arena My Hero box. Is this English? I think it's Japanese. Yeah, that's the Japanese version. It looks like it's $100. So there we go. We got two clearance boxes. 100, huh? That sounds like it could be a $25 break or a three-way break, maybe $33 a piece. So there we go. Hey, it's Miss Six. So a bit of fun with those. Let me turn on my iPad now. All right. Trying to get some cards moved that we really don't sell very often. Okay. Price on that. Let's see. General and vertical in general always pulls more viewers. You think so? I mean, look, we're already up to 31. Last night, I swear, we were like stuck at 45 viewers. Cosmic is now rare. How long till the next slab return? God, I hope soon, but it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. Let me hit refresh on the tag submissions. Yeah. We're on image processing on one of our April submissions, just one of them. God, dude. That's like the very first step. Yeah. So the very first step is image processing, then verification, then slab assembly, then quality assurance, then slab imaging, then order completed. So we're on the very first step on that. I mean, it's looking like it could be a full dry month. I guess now is a really good time to mention that I would love to get some consignment slabs from you guys. If you guys want to do consignment, I'm looking for a consignment because we need some stuff. I told Karis this. I said we should take a bunch of old vintage cards, like worn out ones that I bought not 10 years, I'm sorry, 5 years ago, and get them encapsulated with Cardconomist grading and just give them an A for authentic and get them up here on the table because they are authentic, and just have some bonus Cardconomist slabs in the mix. I said to my sub day one before the new timeline was implemented, should start sending out to CGC. Yeah, we did this in the past. So when PSA had their very terrible slowdown where you couldn't even grade with PSA anymore, we started using CGC and we started using SGC. So you might see a mix of CGC and SGC. SGC is not bad. Some cards actually look really good in SGC slab. So we'll have to study that for a minute. I know they grade poker, so there's always that. All right, so here we are. $20 SpongeBob box, $100 Union Arena box. There you go. Some bonus product. Let's see what we got going on. So I know that we have our friend Mr. Jeff Leon in here because I believe he placed an order. Fix this a little bit. Oh yeah, we still. What do you guys think of this? This is Quip's drawing of Ditto. This is hand drawn by Karis. It looks really good. We're hosting, I guess, an art break on it, and we got 2 people in there. We need 6 more. Show her some love if you want. We're going to encapsulate that when it's done, okay? So that will receive encapsulation. Oh, right. We're preparing to ship Mr. Josh Knight. So let me take care of him first. Okay, Josh Knight. I'm going to paste that in. We're going to grab his email. Give me a second. All right. And then here's his bag over here. So, oops, there goes my cell phone. Here's Mr. Josh Knight. He is a new buyer. He stopped in last night, dropped like a cool $150 or something like that, and ordered immediate shipping. All right, 7 by 4 by 4 package. Oh, what the hell? I guess my numlock's on. Oh, nope, it is not 70 inches. I wish. Here's 7 by 4 by 4. All right, good. Now we're going to go ahead and have it tested. Good, it's updated the address. Do you think tag teams are about to spike again since modern era and vintage era cards have spiked already? It's all spiking all the time, baby. It's all going up. We just sold a trick or trade Gengar for like $250. That doesn't make a lick of sense to me. It makes no no sense at all. I mean, it's just a trick or trade holo. It comes out of a pack that costs very little, so it just doesn't add up. The market's hot. It's a very hot market right now. All right, here we are. Place this here. And now, what do we got next? So that was done. Now we got Mr. Jeff Leon. Here you go, Mr. Jeff. He's been waiting 3 hours. One Ascended Heroes. Where's our Ascended? Here it is. 4 of the Sneaker Bunko Volume 2. Where are we hiding the Sneaky Bunko? Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, 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 boop. 4 of the Dreamlike Oceans. Oh, yeah, Dreamlike Oceans. We got plenty of it, that's for sure. Might have over-ordered it. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. All right, Dreamlike Oceans. Pokemon Prismatic. Ooh, a Prismatic. People aren't ordering those quite as fast as they were earlier. We're not at Shahir levels of Prismatic. Shahir's orders are like traumatizing, because eventually somebody does pull that Umbreon down the road. Here's a Mega Dream Japanese. That's still really good. Where are we hiding Mega Dream Japanese? I haven't seen it in a little while. There it is. By the way, I'm the one with the Cosmic Eclipse booster box from eBay. Oh, nice to hear from you. Here we are. What were you saying? You were saying, I feel like Meteor cards are next to Spike. I love that card. Yes, it's nice to talk to you. And I was just telling the audience that I'm looking into potentially adding a Cosmic Eclipse box to the inventory. The truth is, I have 2 cases of Cosmic. So I actually have plenty of Cosmic. It's just that maybe I don't want to open a fresh case. But that just kind of depends. So, like, I'm sort of juggling it because, on the one hand, if you remember Logan Paul's box break of the first edition base set box and the prices all exploded for a while, well, they also collapsed. They fell by like 50% at some point. So I'm thinking, am I just buying it at the peak and I got it in my backyard right now? I can just open a case and get a box open. I don't know. Same with Triplet Beat. Like, I went to buy some Triplet Beat and it was so expensive. It was just like, you could get loose boxes of it cheaper, I guess, but I went for a case and it's just damn expensive. So I just paid a premium for a case of Triplet Beat, everybody. And that'll show up in the price of over here. But I didn't have to do that. We could have just ran the stream with no Triplet Beat. So I don't know. It's tricky. It's a tricky time to be a buyer right now. What happens next, guys? What do you think? Do prices just keep going up? Do they never fall back down? It's a great question. All right, Dreamlike Oceans, Prismatic, Mega Dream. Here we have 4 of the Fuji Bunko Volume 2 second print. Yes. All right, I'm excited for this. The Fuji Bunko 2s. Who knows anymore? I know. It's really wild right now. Looks like we might as well just open the next box of these. Let's get this. It's a crazy time. You have like Mr. Mark J. Valerian. He's buying up a lot of my old Japanese booster boxes, and I'm going, is this okay? Is this, am I going to regret this like in 4 months? Is it just going to go higher? So it's just, nothing feels predictable right now. That's how it feels. It all feels pretty unpredictable. Anyways, I love what I'm doing. That's the good part. So whatever, whether it goes up or down, who cares? Let's just have fun. All right. Here we are. I understand not wanting to break a sealed box, sealed case, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those sealed cases tend to have especially high price. We do have a new pack split running, by the way. So we finished the Roaring Skies pack split, right? We finished that. Set that over there. And Pokemon should go up front like this. Here we go, Pokemon. New pack split, everybody. So obviously we have this Rocket pack split running. This has 4 people in it already, by the way. So here it is, Rocket. Now, here's the new one. It's Ancient Origins. Cost more than Roaring Skies. Always did cost more. All right. Just keep your store open to make your money. The truth is, it will crash eventually. I'm still surprised Galarian Articuno V alt is only like 60-ish raw. Oh, yeah. I know what card you're talking about. Yeah, those birds didn't do very well. And so it makes me wonder if, like, artworks that are locked into a time period don't perform as well. That's why I was speculating on the Mega Gengar. I said, well, it's a Mega Gengar. Maybe that will hold it back a little bit. All right, so this is all of Mr. Jeff's order. It's a $132 order. Thank you, Mr. Jeff. What do we got? I have been thinking a lot about hosting a Pokemon card drawing contest. We have the ability to encapsulate your drawings, and like this guy over here is a drawing. It almost feels like it would be pretty fun. The part I can't figure out is what kind of prize do I offer? Do I offer a cash prize? Do I offer any prize? Like, how do I make it worth our time? Here we are. I'd love to join a drawing contest. I think we have a special thing where we're allowed to encapsulate our drawings. So, like PSA, they will encapsulate like Madua's drawings. You guys ever seen that? Madua, he's just an artist and he draws Pokemon onto a Pokemon card and then sells for like $3,000. It's nuts. Now, if you or I were to draw something and send it into PSA, they'll be like, nah, kind of unfair. Gives Madua a job, basically, being an artist. I would love to do something kind of like that where, we host this drawing contest and you could potentially make some money on your drawings. That would be cool. But I don't know exactly how that would work. Offer up some prismatic. Can I join the contest even if I'm terrible? Yeah, of course. Pokemon Slab prize. We should do a champions tournament where packs are the prize. Well, here's the deal. Like, let's say we get like 20 entries and I got to encapsulate 20 cards now. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of work. That's material. So I've got to make money just to justify spending all that time. Like, it's not free, otherwise it's just free labor. Here we are. All right. Even if John was here doing the encapsulations, which he's not anymore, even he would have to be paid to get those all encapsulated. Here's Crispin, Leafeon, Floodamane. So I don't know how to make it, like, perhaps it can be something like part of the deal is you have to donate your drawing and I'm allowed to profit off of it, or maybe an entry fee followed by a prize that's made out of the entry fee being split by 75% or something like that. I don't know exactly the best method. If it was like, let's say it was a $30 entry fee and we got 20 people to join, $30 entry, 20 joins, and that would be $600. So we could run like a $400 prize money. And the $200 can be my cut for getting everything encapsulated. I don't know. Here's Garnet. And then what do we do with the drawings afterwards? So if I don't get to sell them, let's say they're your property, do you get to sell them on the table? It's all very confusing. I don't know the best way to host it is. Actually, maybe there's a great question for AI. Set up an event for us. So far, not so good, Mr. Jeff. So far, not so good. I saw your Pokemon packs go by there uneventfully. Here's no full art popping out of these packs. Darn. Only encapsulate the winner. The rest got to pay for it if they want to. Well, I feel like no matter what, there's a fee to the encapsulation. The encapsulation has a value. In fact, it just guaranteed does. It takes time, it takes raw materials, and it wears the printer out, it wears the encapsulator out, it wears, so there's wear, right? There's materials, wear, and labor. So no matter what, if I'm encapsulating your drawing, you're making money. Or not making money, you're costing money. That's what I meant to say. We are. Here's maybe if the drawings were always a donation and I was allowed to sell them afterwards, and then I just offered prize money as a guess. So it's like, let's say I anticipated being able to make $200 off of selling your drawings. It'd be interesting if it was all auction. What if it was auction and the auction with the highest price won? You know what I mean? To determine who had the best card, we run auctions. Normally, contests are for promoting your business. You don't make money from it, says Six. Here it is. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. We're right. So if you're somebody who draws cards and you're up here on the table, you're actually getting massive promotion. Here it is. You're getting a lot of views, especially if we have like a short made out of it or something like that. So there's some kind of value to it that way. Here's a holo. So we're on the sneakers. You got this lovely card out of the Fujis. All right. Did the clearance boxes already sell? Not yet. I'll show them off again. It's just 2 of them. But these are boxes where there's no premium in them, no taxes on them. There we go. All right. Why not just sell the drawings on commission? Everyone wins. All right. It's hard to pay for cards with no value, even if they are cool. Yeah, exactly. So Ace Trainer makes a great point. It's hard to pay for cards that normally would not resell for a lot of value. He is correct. Oops. All right. So you got your hollows here. I'm going to just place them with these hollows. Mr. Jeff, no Siggies, no SIRs. You do get the redhead girl. You do get this girl. All right. Maybe a little bit on the, maybe we wish it was a little hotter. You want this bonus? Here's a bonus. Maybe everyone sends their drawings in and people who would like to buy it have the option to encapsulate it. Here we are, little Jeff bag. All right. I only pay for art commissions where I get to pick the idea. There we are. And we'll put the hollows in here as well. All right, cool, man. Let's get some of these breaks to the front of the table. We've got this beautiful lightning break, Kingler. Oh, we've got this oddish break. He's 1 spot away. No matter how you slice and dice it, even if you're not interested in weed, 420, even if you're not interested in picking up my signature, which is on the card itself is actually a PSA 10 vintage oddish. It's a very good card. That's what makes this one special. This is Hidden Legends Yukimori, right? She does the clay. Yukimori PSA 10 Vintage Oddish from 2004. 1 spot remains. So you can ignore the other aspects of it and just think of it as a vintage break. That's a PSA 10 vintage break with 1 spot left. So here's Charizard PSA 8. Here's Sandy Cheeks. She got the cheeks. Oddish 1 spot away, $40. I'm going to draw Hiker for sure. The sad truth, 99.99% of artists make no money off their art and have to work corporate jobs. Yeah. It is what it is, It's tricky. I went to an art fair in Springfield, and there were a lot of artists, and I kept looking at their art going, why am I buying this? If King Charles drew that painting, I would buy it because it was King Charles. But if it's just some goofy guy at an art fair, I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Here's Mr. Jared, 2 Paldean Fates. You got it. King Charles apparently has sold some expensive paintings. And I said, ooh, you can collect a King Charles painting? That's so cool. You are? All right. There's Pokemon cards that the Pokemon are made of crochet. Oh, that's cool, man. Oddish 1 spot away. Yes, for certain collectors, you sometimes can't put a price on what you like. It can be worth pennies, but in personal value, it could be billions. 6 impregnated Gordy. I was thinking you could draw a picture of 6 hugging Gordy from behind, and he's pregnant. And he says, is that in a little thought bubble, he says, is that a text from Chase Bank? We got paid. And so what he's saying is he's like a broke boyfriend, right? You just got paid. And he's noticing that you got a text on your cell phone as the girl, right? And he's saying, oh my gosh, we got paid, right? So he's your broke pregnant boyfriend. All right, Jared line. Let's see. How do I think these things up, man? Crazy as. I'm drawing to write you with Huntavirus. I'm going to draw a Diglett wearing Mr. Sandals. Here's Cottony. Here's Cyclozar. Silver Ranger. I mastered all crochet. My daughter loved them. A bit contrived. Whoa. Here's Fortress. Mr. Jared, no super luck in these Paldean Fates packs. That's it. I'm drawing Pregnant Gordy. This finally, she's drawing what we want. Jamie, Jamar, Jason, Jalen. So, Jared, you got a bag, right? You seem like the kind of gentleman to have a bag. Did you have that box that was completely filled? Yeah, here you are. I found you. I'll trade an iPod for Gordy, lady. All right, here it is. Fortress. Gonna draw Mr. Passing Gas, and the gas evolves from Ghastly to Gengar. Wow, that'd be a pretty expensive fart. Yeah. You could draw me coughing and then call it coughing. Here's Eric, since I cough a lot. Here's Eric Rodriguez. Here's the boxes. So these are the on sale boxes. So we got this $20 SpongeBob box. The whole thing is 20 bucks. And this Union Arena box. Here they are. If you want to turn either of these into gym breaks, I'm down for it, okay? So there they are. And you can turn them into gym breaks. I'm drawing Gumshoes with the big red button. Gumshoes, and he's on the island. Okay, AO pack split. You're in, Mr. Eric. Let's get you. All right, Evic Rodriguez. There we go. Has there been any interesting news? I feel like most of the news has been kind of boring lately. Oh, we need this baggie over here. 20 for the whole box? Yeah, 20 for the whole box. That's correct. Just a bit of fun. You have to open it. You can't leave it sealed. We don't want to, we're not doing sealed on that one. When you're having a PokeTuber Fest at your place, Pokimane, PokeChloe, Dragon Erisha, Pokebell Delphine, new Drake album tonight. Here, let me say, we'll call this the small pack. The small pack is the cheaper of the two packs. Mm-hmm. Good. Now, I did mention we were going to get some new slabs up here. So allow me a moment. Oh, we're getting a couple PayPal. Now, look, we got 65 viewers in 27 minutes, and we got orders coming through. Daytime streams are better, guys. You guys are the better stream. That's all there is to it. So I wrote down cross grade on this one. Why did grade poorly? I see a tiny speck on the back of the card. Yeah, I agree. This should be crossed. The reason it should be crossed is because there's a big difference between a 9 and a 10. And this one feels pretty borderline. It has one flaw on the back of the card, a visible flaw. We get the edges here. You guys have been going through these with me as they prepare to regrade. We're not going to accept a 9 so quickly on this. It doesn't have like a big ugly gray blob or significant off centering. It's got a tiny dot on the back. That's probably what did it. There it goes. All right. I posted a photo of my rat watching you in Discord. What? That's so cute. The rat's like, I don't like this guy's politics. Too political. I'm going to be honest. I might just regrade this one with PSA. Liking and subscribing helps. Oh, I know something we were going to do. We were going to change the way the giveaway works. So we've been doing likes for the giveaway for a little while, and that's been pretty successful. I was going to try something new for a little while. So before, you could say it was like a likes button bounty. Here it is. And now it might be a views bounty. which means it gets activated when enough people are in the room. You are? Ugh. Look at all that crap. PSA got him. Please submit again. Yep. Yep. Because you know that they're a little inconsistent. We'll learn if this regrades into a 10. Oops. Kara sent me a message. What'd she send me? Dragon like Renaissance Fair? In May? What? We're having a Renaissance Fair in Lake of the Ozarks? I've never heard of that before. Huh. We're going to have a Lake of the Ozarks Renaissance Fair, guys. How cool is that? I'm telling you, this place is growing. Lake of the Ozarks is growing. I think everywhere is kind of growing, but in Missouri, this is a hot place right now. All right, let me just write up a message. This graded PSA 9 has no visible flaws other than tiny dot impression on back, considered borderline to me, regrading with PSA. Okay, there goes. About a year. I have three rats. You got 3 rats? I need to have a symbol for regrade. I think it should be a period. So the period should be a regrade. I have to be able to separate like why a card's going out. Christian Whitfield's next. 1 whole box of Nikkei. Here it is. Nikkei first edition, correct? This set is such a good set. It just sells and sells and sells and sells. It just sells. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, good. So it is the English set. Here it is. We actually have 2 Nikkei sets. We have Nikkei English, and then we've got Nikkei Union Arena. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, the other set is the Union Arena set. Rats are super intelligent. Oh, yeah, if they're so smart. If they're so smart, why don't they sell insurance yet? I think a lot about how insurance is kind of like just another form of gambling. There we go. All right. Very true. There's a Sadek I want in a 9 for 60 bucks, and the 10 is like 400. Yeah. We're going to give it a try. We're going to give it a regrade attempt. I think it's such a small flaw on that card. It could potentially turn into a 10. Geckos beat them to the insurance game. That's right. Geckos got you beat. My rats love me. Love is in the air. I used to have a hamster. I loved him so much, but he hated me and bit me super hard twice and ran away from home. He ran away from home. Ooh, here's a fun story about my hamsters when I was young. So I told you guys we raised like 100 hamsters. They were dwarf hamsters. And there was this one male who was like super tough. He was like a total asshole to every other hamster. Um, anyways, he had actually escaped from the cage very early on. After he got like the first female pregnant, he escaped. And we found him just wandering around in the house one day and got him back into his little hamster cage. But he had been missing for like 6 months. So he survived. He just kind of hung around. Yo, yo ho ho. You got a triple R plus overzone. Cool. Anyways, we were playing Smash Brothers in the basement, me and my brothers. And one of us just said, "Did you guys see something?" And I was like, "Wait a second, I did see something." My brain said in my peripheral, I had seen a little puffball go by on the floor. But we were all playing Smash Brothers, so we were really focused on the game trying to win, right? We look around, and there he is. He's just hanging out near us in the basement. He just walked by. Like, he wasn't concerned about all the noise or the humans or anything. He's just like, hey, here I am. Really funny. Living off scraps from all the kids. Oh, yeah, there's food everywhere. But yeah, so he had just been playing around. I had another pet that escaped once. We went on a trip to the Merrimack Caverns out here in Missouri. Very beautiful area. I think it's part of the Ozarks, isn't it? The Merrimack. It was the Merrimack Caverns, and they have this really wonderful float trip you can go on. It was a very cheap way to enjoy your summer out here. The water is nice and warm. The sun is hot. And I caught a water snake while we were out doing that. And I actually managed to bring it home. And I put it into kind of like a makeshift cage. It was a used, one of those giant 5-gallon water jugs that you turn upside down to put in, to get your water from in a water dispenser. Well, I made him like a makeshift cage out of one of those. It was settled. It had rocks. It had water in it. It had so it had all this stuff, and we were feeding it like goldfish basically. So it would eat the goldfish. It was really crazy. And then it escaped somehow. I have no clue how it got out. We had it sealed so well, and it still got out. Maybe one of my siblings tried to play with it or something. But my parents later caught it. It was on the basement stairs of all places. And they just let it go. They put it outside. We had this giant pond that we made ourselves. My dad was always making stuff like that. Christian Whitfield, no signature, but you did get a triple R plus. Not bad. Not a bad box. That's what that means. Not a bad box. Still looking for those Siggies, though. Did anyone buy the SpongeBob? Nope, he's still there. $20 box. Wait, actually, I haven't checked all the orders. In theory, it's possible he did sell. That's the only box of that SpongeBob I have, so it's clearance. Let me check. 6 JC. Doesn't look like it, so I think oh, there it is. Eric Rodriguez got it. Okay, it is sold. I apologize. All right, bear with me, guys. I can see a small queue forming. Here's Miss Six picking up an Ascended Heroes. We better kick it into high gear, guys. I have some of the African exotic wood for you. Do you really? We are. Are you saying that because you're making a funny joke, or are you serious? Here we are. Here's Terrapagos, Gloom, Lunatone. All right. I worked with that. That was some of the most expensive cuts of wood you could get. Oh, they make bagpipes out of it and other musical instruments, and it's an extremely dense wood. They also make something called finials out of it, which when you're making like a vase, have you ever seen a vase and it's got like this skinny top on the top of the vase where you can like pick it up and it's a lid? That's called a finial. And so those are often made out of African blackwood. They're African African exotic wood. It's called African blackwood. That's what they call it. And I know it sounds really goofy. It sounds like a sex pun, but it's not. It's a real cut of wood, and it's extremely expensive. It's going out of business. Not going out of business. It's going extinct. So if you have a business that's based on that wood, the government's probably banned you from cutting any new trees down. So it's probably insanely expensive now. All right, Miss Six. I talked about this many times. I talked about how it would be interesting to like invest in burl, to invest in cuts of wood and see if you can get them to go up in value. Well, it's probably about 12 inches. Oh my God. I have a few pieces, decent size. Mr. JC, one box of Bikini Solo. Let's get it. So we've sold about 4 boxes of this since it arrived. It's pretty cheap. This is Solo Leveling Volume 3. It just came out. Solo Leveling Volume 3. These are only $65 a box. They're pretty cheap, and some of the hits that come out of here are really expensive. Even if you don't like solo leveling, you might appreciate how easy it is to profit on these if you pull the right card. All right, let's snip this. I worked with all kinds of exotic hardwoods. They're called exotic hardwoods. Again, sounds like a sex pun. It's a real term. And these are woods that get imported from the Amazon, from Latin America, South America, Mexico. Some woods come from Brazil. Some of the woods come from China and Japan and just all over the world. And American woodworkers import them here into America if it's especially cool looking wood. So some of the most expensive woods are from the Middle East. You have ironwood, and Suriname snakewood. And many of these trees are now forbidden to be cut down because they're so rare. They're going extinct. You guys hear about extinct animals, right? Have you ever heard about a species of tree going extinct? Oops, let's pick that up. So there are species of trees that even back when I was a kid, working with my dad, I was a teenager, even back then, 20 years ago, those were going extinct. They were getting harvested so badly for woodworkers. Well, this one had a chip on the back. That's too bad, huh? So even for woodworkers, they were getting harvested because they sell for a specialty price. And there's companies that use exotic cuts of wood like Rolls Royce or whatever. They always want like a veneer or something like that of a rare cut of tree. So they get used in specialty offices, and they're not farmed. So these woods can be over. They can be over harvested very quickly. Some trees get farmed in the US, right? Like you have these big farms, they're called tree farms. And so you never run out of those trees because they're constantly making new ones. But for some of these very rare and exotic cuts of wood, they're not getting farmed. They're just getting harvested. And so they're going extinct. There are cuts of trees, there are species of trees that we may never see again because of the greed of woodworkers. Does America have cool wood? Yeah, America's got some interesting stuff. We have a variety of trees that are called domestic softwoods, actually. I wish I understood what the term meant. Softwood and hardwood. I think it just has to do with how pliable the grain is. But actually, maybe I should ask AI. I knew the different terms, but I didn't know their origin, like why they were chosen. But we got something called Osage orange. So that's a tree where it's kind of like a bright yellow, almost orangish color. Trees that have like strong rainbow-like colors are always noticed. Red heart, purple heart, yellow heart. We got something over here called black walnut and Osage orange. So those are American trees. Black walnut will have like a really dark brown color to it. We have other trees like ivory trees. And so, it'll be used like I think there's a type of holly that's so bright white that they use it in place of like elephant tusk. So we've got some trees that are so bright white that they're valuable because they're almost like fake ivory. All right, this box, no double star, no luck so far. Who's going to get the best pull today? You got a star card here. Where'd it go? Right here. So this is your star card. Softwood is down, hardwood is up. Tree huggers were right the whole time. Softwood flower hardwoods have pine needles. Oh, okay. Chris Hayworth knows it. Softwoods have flowers. And he says softwoods flower, hardwoods have pine needles. Right, like a poplar tree will have big flowers, big bright yellow flowers. And okay, cool. So that explains that. Here's Mr. JC. I'm not sure if that's how, I don't think that's accurate for how it was being used in the industry, though. Maybe you look that up on Google, but in the industry, I'm pretty sure the rosewood family did not have pine needles. So the family of rosewoods, what some of the most sought after woods, over harvested woods, I'm pretty sure those were not pine needle type trees, and those were considered hardwoods. So I think maybe the term was being used incorrectly, or perhaps they just used it differently in the woodcrafting business. Mister, my card I got yesterday was good. Nice. I was going to say when I was younger, I remember that was a big thing about protecting them. Let me have a sip. So I named black walnut, Osage orange, a type of ivory tree. I wish I could remember its exact name. And then one of my favorite trees was actually aromatic cedar. It's called shoot, I can't remember the exact name. Hold on. It's been a while. The names are fading somewhat. We have a type of cedar tree that's purple when you cut into it. All right, the next oldest order is it's going to be on the website because I can see the emails from the website. Mr. Jason Anderson, and he's ordering a round of shipping. All right, Jason Anderson shipping. Let's go find it. Is it called Spanish cedar? I can't remember. Aromatic something cedar. But it's a purple tree when you cut into it. Unfortunately, that color fades if it's exposed to sunlight and oxygen. So to keep it purple, you have to seal it like with the finish, and then you have to keep it out of the sun as much as you can because over time it turns kind of a brownish color. All right. Your name is also Heavy Rice, but we changed that, didn't we? All right. So we're going to clear this out. I'm going to remove the Heavy Rice. And then we're going to grab your email. Thank you so much, Mr. Jason. I think it was just called aromatic cedar. I think that's all it was called. That's why I can't remember anything else. I have some of those exact trees in my yard right now. I just chopped a red cedar down with my dad. It smelled wonderful. Yeah, the smell. That's why they would call it aromatic. So maybe that's the term is red cedar, but they're more like a purple, aren't they? We are. Okay. Very good. All right. America also has a lot of boring, very bland looking trees. Next up, we have a Jeff Leon order. And he says, one rocket spot. Good choice. Good choice. The rocket spot's going to go off. I love the smell of burning cedar. We are. Yeah, it can be used in barbecuing, smoking. All right. Jeff Leon. So we got the expensive pack. That's 5 people now. It was a deep burgundy. That's 5 out of 6 in the rocket break. I will tell you one break that has been moving a lot faster than the other breaks, and that has been the vintage booster pack. Pokemon Ascended Heroes. All right, Ascended Heroes, also a top seller right now. Can also be used to get rid of roaches. See if I can remember anything else. So there was this thing you could do to a type of American tree called box elder, where you can stress it with bugs. You can also stress it with just like putting nails or something in it, although you have to keep track of that. And when this occurs, the tree will like defend itself. It has like an immune system, just like we do. And the tree will cause itself to take on these really bright red strains. It'd be like red and gray and blue, like ink-like colors will feed through the grain. And so that's a type of stressed box elder. Box elder, I believe, is in the maple tree family. So that was well known in the wood turning community, was stressed out wood. We are. One Ascended Heroes, one Prismatic. Yes. Ow. One Prismatic, one Japanese Mega Dream. Where are my Mega Dreams? Where are my homies at? Over here, right? There it is. Oops. Okay. Here's an interesting type of wood. I don't know if you could call it wood, but it was a plant, and it was cacti. Certain cuts of cacti, you can cut the cacti, dry it out, and then you would use like a water jet to blow all the flesh off the bone of the cacti, and it would leave almost like a beehive structure behind. Then you could cast that into epoxy, and then it would be turnable, and it would just have this insane look to it. All right, so here's that. Mega Dream, Sneaker Bunko Volume 2 times 2. Ooh, I know another one. There was Mango Wood, which could be local to the US. Doesn't have to be. And then, oh, looks like we need a fresh box of that. Okay, we're gonna get a fresh box of that. Fujibunko Volume 2 as well. All right, Fujibunko Volume 2. So mango tree wood and something from Hawaii that was really well sought after by luthiers. Those are the guys who make like instruments, particularly stringed instruments. And it was called koa. So there's a tree in Hawaii called koa, very similar to mahogany. And it was well known for having a rippled grain. So it would be called curly koa. And if you could get like a really old cut of curly koa, that was super expensive. People paid a lot of money for that. That's a domestic tree. Sort of, if you want to count Hawaii as domestic. All right, here we are. Very nice. You can do that with humans. What? Brought in a whole bunch of Weiss. Fresh box of this. All right. Wait, let me have a little cough. Where's my oh, here it is. I have a little cough guard here. Give me a second. I get like an itch in the back of my throat, very similar to like having an allergy. What do you think of fiberboard? Is that like a compressed wood, I assume? There was a type of craft wood they like to make called diamond wood. What they would do is they would take real thin sheets of like maple or something, and they would dye one layer and then dye another layer and then dye another layer, like red, blue, yellow, green, turquoise. Then they would compress it and cut that compression into craft wood. So they like to do all kinds of stuff like that. Here we are, little bonus card. Nothing special this time. Maybe hydrate. Yeah, here we are. I don't think it's hydration. I think it's still my throat recovering from when I burned it. Last night I didn't cough very much at all. I think I'm actually recovering. I think it's happening. Put these in here. The bag just says junk on it. You burned it how? So I've been on a GLP-1 called Wegovy, and I overate, and the food was just in my stomach. So I had a really, really, really full stomach, and then I went to sleep, and then I woke up, having accidentally like inhaled stomach acid, almost like throwing up in your sleep, but not like really throwing up, but like regurgitated acid up into my throat, and that then got inhaled, and I coughed for like 5 hours and lost my voice really bad. And then this is like 2 weeks later from then, maybe 3 weeks now. Since then, I developed a very bad cough, but it seems to be getting better. So I think it's just going to go away, guys. I think I'm just going to be okay pretty soon. Are there any Dollar Generals out there? And like the Ozarks, yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple. There's two of them in the Lori side of the lake. Lori side is called the west side of the lake. You see, the Lake of the Ozarks like this big snaky river, and it gets divided by bridges. And so there's like a east side, south side, and west side of the lake. I guess Eldon would be the north side. Well, Lori is the west side, and it's one of the least developed parts of the lake. So you're kind of living in the wild when you're on the west side, and they've got no Walmart, and they got, I believe, two Dollar Generals, and that's like one of the things you have. I never shopped there. There's this really lovely grocery store called Woods. You got to Halucha, Jeff. There's a really lovely grocery store called Woods, and it's super high quality. It's like back in St. Louis, you had Schnucks and Deerbergs. Those are family-owned grocery chains that are like top-notch quality. They make shopping at Walmart feel like you're a poor person. So Woods is modeled after them. I mean, they probably got inspired by them, and it was never very full at that Woods. Like it was only a couple people shopping there ever, but it was always pristine, so clean. The food was fresh. They had all this. They had this gigantic kitchen, like it's a big cafeteria, fried fish, fried chicken, pizza, hamburgers, wings, whatever you wanted, cooked every day. And during the summertime, they make a ton of money, I assume, because during the summertime they're packed. So it's very seasonal out in Lori side. Yeah, during the summertime, everyone gets to their lake house on the west side of the lake. It's kind of like the Kansas City side, actually. It's closer to Kansas City. We got Beauty Fly, and I'm sure it will get developed out there a little more because it's getting crowded. Lake of the Ozarks is really growing, man. It's crazy how much it's growing. They're doing massive road work right off of my road, and they're virtually doubling the size of the road. Like the government is just wiping out huge chunks of land where there was like grass. They're just clearing it all out. It's all road now. They've been doing that for like 6 months now. There we go. All right. I'm in the smallest state, one of the smallest cities, and we have like $7 stores. Yeah, there's conversation about how those dollar stores are actually very bad for you guys. So basically, the dollar stores, not only do they crowd out other larger stores that you could have had, but the dollar stores function in a way where all the money being made in the dollar store just gets siphoned to the corporate headquarters. So the money that you spend at those dollar stores, they don't really stay in your state. It gets siphoned off to another state. So every time you shop there, it's like money is leaving your state and going to a different one. Yeah, they're like a parasite in kind of a certain way. It's crazy to it's crazy to say, but you'd be better off with like a local Walmart because apparently Walmart takes that money and reinvests it into that area. But the Dollar Tree stores, they don't do that. Is they're going to put a supermarket on the road, mister? Yeah, they are. We're getting a new grocery store, which I thought that's crazy because we already have three. We have three grocery stores like in a 15-minute radius out in Camdenton, and they're adding a fourth one now. It's too much. We don't need that many. Thank you, Mr. Jeff. All right. Nathan Mitchell. He says, two of the Korean Pokemon matchless fighters. These Korean packs are some of my favorite things that we sell. Do we need a new box of them? I believe we need a new box of them. Here they are. I love selling these. They're very cheap. You can enjoy Pokemon, even older Pokemon sets for just a few dollars. And it's totally authentic. It's not counterfeit. Let me go grab some more of them, okay? Let's go grab some more. Let's restock. Mistress, this one piece, yes, they're going to put a supermarket on your road. I have 1 minute from a pizza with the Walmart. You also want a Hidden Fates Set A Chinese. Oh, it's so weird that the whole name was there. Did Tammy do that? All right, here we are. I kind of just want it to be called Pokemon Hidden Fates, but because the long name, I think the long name actually distracts the buyer almost, like they don't know what they're buying. Okay, there they are. Those are really good. Let me go get some fresh matchless fighters. All right, here we are. All right. Yeah, we used to hate Walmart back in the day, if you guys remember. All of society used to complain about Walmart. Oh, Walmart, they suck. They're no good. Now it's like if you live in a town with no Walmart, you're kind of suffering. You're kind of like, this isn't even a real town yet. There's no Walmart. It's like living in a place with no McDonald's either. You're like, they haven't even built a McDonald's here. What's going on? Where am I living? Some places ban the building of McDonald's, though. That's a little different. Hold on. So there are places where they're just not allowed to build a McDonald's. All right. Facts. I wish they'd go back to 24 hours. Yeah. I got two Walmarts in my city. Walmart's, Costco, those kind of places are the signal that you're in a real city. Target, I guess, to a lesser degree. Wow, Plume. I go shopping at Target. I don't know what the point is. Target is basically just a slightly nicer Walmart with a way worse grocery section. Here's Entei. Ooh. Target feels like it's trying to be premium, but it's so clearly not premium. And then you just pay more for the same product. There we are. All right, we got Entei. I've never seen a Costco. You've never been to Costco. What about Sam's Club? I worked at Sam's Club for like half a year before I got hired by Coca-Cola. That Entei's nice. Check that out. That Sun and Moon Entei, guys, came out of those Hidden Fate packs. Chinese Hidden Fates. Give them a try. Surprised more people don't give them a try. Nathan, we found your bag so fast because your name is on the top of the bag. I've never seen a Sam's Club. They're pretty cool. They're basically like warehouses, but you can shop in the warehouse, right? So that was the brilliant idea is, hey, just let people shop in the warehouse. So they feel like grocery stores, but they're much larger than a typical grocery store. Excuse me. Here's Mark Kaplan. He says 30 of the Korean Blue Sky stream. Now we're talking, baby. Man, that's such a great deal on the Blue Skies. I actually want to test them to see if they've gotten more expensive. All right, here we are. One whole box of Blue Sky Stream. That's a very serious set. It has the Rayquaza alternate. All right, what is going on with this set? Oh my God, I'm way underpriced on these. So these have gone up. You basically just got this on clearance. Blue Sky Stream will now move from $3 to $5 a pack. And that's 150 per box. And so now it's in parity with the EV Heroes, which makes a lot of sense, actually. Never really made sense how cheap it was. Anytime something starts to sell really fast, we got to take a quick look into it, especially if we haven't sold it in a long, if we haven't checked on it in a long time. All right. Congratulations. You're getting the last cheap box of it. And now the price updates to 5. Going to do a check on every product. Yeah? And then what? You're going to come over here and get the encapsulations done? Man, it's so crappy that we don't have anyone doing encapsulations right now, cuz if you think about it, Mr. John being missing, not being here to do encapsulations, and PSA having like an 8-month wait time, and CGC having like, I'm sure they got a long wait time, and tag grading having stopped their grading. Man, it's a good time to be doing encapsulations. He says, I really could. Look at all this. Grab this. I'll just tell the real estate agent not to sell that house. I don't know if you'd like it out here. It's truly countryside living. That little house is on a quiet little road. It's maybe an 8-minute drive to the grocery store because I told you about that Woods grocery store on the Lori side. That's exactly where it's located. It's located near the Lori side Woods. And it's about an 8-minute drive to the grocery store. But there's no fast food. I don't think there's fast food. There's not a lot to do on that side of the lake, man. It is boring. I love to be alone. I'm awkward. We are. All right. Toss all these. It is a very quiet, very lonely place. I actually think that it was kind of bad for John in that way. I thought about what went wrong. And it's like I feel like part of it is just that what was he gonna do? There's just not much to do out here. Wait, where's this order at? Dooba dooba doo. Here it is. Mark Kaplan. All right, Mr. Mark. All yours, Mr. Mark. Any gym breaks? Here's one. Let's see. What's this? Ooh, Hello Kitty. We got a Hello Kitty gym break. You could host a gym break if you'd like. On this box of Union Arena, I'd be willing to turn it into a 3-way gym break. Yes. Rent it to me. Can I park a food truck there? Ooh, man, if you could get a food truck in Lake of the Ozarks, you could probably make some serious money out here. I'm not even kidding. The restaurants out here tend to be overwhelmed. Now, I'm not a actual businessman when it comes to restaurants, so I don't know truly how well it would work for you. But I know for a fact, Karis and I try to go out to eat, and there are not enough places to go out to eat out here. Every time we try to find a place to go out to eat, it's all full. On the Camdenton side of the lake, there are 3 Mexican restaurants, though. Ixtapa, um, that's one of them. I don't remember the names of the other 2. No, the one of them's called Ixtapa. The other one's called. We never eat there. We ate there one time. We thought it was. So there's 3 of them, and we eat the one that we think is best. Can't remember the name of the other 2. That's Camdenton side. On the Osage side, which is really busy, the Osage side has Mamacitas and like 2 others. Actually, you know what? Another Mexican restaurant just opened up out here on one of the highways. It's the Lynn Creek. I would call it a Lynn Creek restaurant because it connects Camdenton and Osage. So it's between them. And when we drive by it, the parking lot is literally all the way full. It's all the way full. There's no spots left. So somebody out here is making a lot of money on the lack of restaurants. But it's like this rundown little restaurant that just opened back up. They bought it from somebody and they turned it into a Mexican restaurant, and it is so full, it's ridiculous. Here's Zygarde. What's rent like? Lake of the Ozarks rent? I've never been shopping for rent out here. Yeah, I've never shopped for rent. And I can't imagine it's very good though. Because Lake of the Ozarks, do we really only have 26 viewers, or is that a view count bug? Doesn't feel like we have 26 viewers. Hey, what's up, Mr. Jeremiah and Fredericks? Does it feel like we only have 26 viewers in here? It feels like there's more people than that. Whoever was looking up prices, tell him Matchless Fighters needs repricing. All right, you got it, man. I'm gonna look into that too. You should see my line at the card shows. If you're already having success over there, Mr. Anthony, I'd stay over there, because if I were you, you're already familiar with the place. I wouldn't relocate. You wouldn't want to shake your success up. I want to open up a smash burger food truck. Here we are. Yeah, I wouldn't risk it unless you really loved something about Lake of the Ozarks. Here's a turtle. Here's this guy. Lake of the Ozarks could use some variety food. So if you opened up, here's my opinion. If you open up an Asian food restaurant out here, oh man, I think you do good. There is not enough Asian food variety, especially if you open like a Korean restaurant. We have 0 Korean food restaurants. We have no authentic Asian food out here. We just have American Asian. And we got like 1 Taco Bell over here. It's bad, man. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity. Mr. Luciano, I noticed you're trying to do the website. If you're having any trouble with the website at all, remember, there's a second way to buy cards. I'll show you how. So for those of you who are watching, oops, turn this down a bit. So for those of you watching, the other way to open cards is to hit this more button right here. And then more. And then there we go. We got a menu right here in the description. This is the description of the live stream. This is the old way of buying cards on the stream. People still do it. Actually, the majority of orders come in this way. And at the top, you can see website, PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, and even Wise. So all of those are available for making purchases. You would just send the money straight over and say, here's what I want, baby. So try all of those if you want. Expand, not relocate. I'm all in. I'll risk it for the biscuit nowadays. Just dropped 1,500 on carne asada for the weekend, but I'm a believer myself. Yeah, I mean, I think if you could get a food truck scenario going, Lake of the Ozarks is very good for food trucks. There's a lot of events out here that occur, and whenever you go to that event, there's always a food truck at the event. And there is now actually an Asian food truck in Camdenton side. The original location is out in Lebanon, Missouri, but they opened a food truck out here in Camdenton, Missouri. It's like a 30-minute drive. Oof, this box had the lightning energy. No Gyarados for you. Mr. Mark, let's grab this. Wow, YouTube claims we only have 28 people watching. Are there really only 28 people? Check in, guys. Who's here? I just opened the Sir Meowth from Perfect Order. Let's see. Can I trade all my crappy cards for a spot in the trade spot? They're all quite bad. And who is this asking, Mr. Legend of Debt? What's your name, Mr. Legend of Debt? Let's grab this. Aha, Mark Kaplan. I'm here. Same. Me. Is it really only 26 people? It claims there's only 26 people. Feels busier than 26, doesn't it? 26 is nothing, dude. We are. That's hop off and go enjoy your day kind of numbers. We are. We saw that kind of last night. There were some low numbers last night. I mean, we were busy the whole night with orders, but we are. Grabbing that. Okay, moving all these. Wow, that's a lot of hollows. So you got enough for 2 baggies at this point. Same as my user. Oh, yes, Legend of Debt. We did that a couple times. Didn't you order shipping? I swear you ordered shipping. You ordered some shipping. I bought a spot in the trade slab, says Patrick. The trade slab is completed. We'll pick a new trade slab out. I didn't even know you were live. Yeah, actually, people last night were saying that they did not get a notification that we were live. I might have. I don't remember. Let's say number 2. Oh, no. I remember what it was. You had me look at your bag. That's what it was. You had me look at your bag. All right, so I might be open-minded to a trade maybe. Did you ask me to do that last time? I think you asked me to do that last time. Was it? Mine says 37. Here we are. So we're going to say Mark Kaplan, number 2. I just asked for back check. Okay, that's what it was. That's what it was. I'll just take a quick look at this again. So I would say this is not enough for a trade spot. Personally, I don't do sports. I think I gave you this card for free. And then these 2 cards are not enough for a trade spot. So you got a little bitty bag, a little bit of fun in there. Do you think UBI could work? I don't think so. I don't think it ultimately works. I think it causes massive inflation. It's money for nothing. It can never be money for nothing. That will always cause inflation. It has to be money for something so that whatever that something is, it removes it's like this. When you build a product with your time, now there's a product that goes into the market. So you get money for making the product, and then a product goes into the market. So there's a balance, money, product. But if you just receive money, but you don't make any products, you're still going to spend the money. So now there's fewer goods and there's more money chasing the remaining goods. It's always going to cause inflation. So to receive money, you got to do something productive. The question is, what will that be? All right, Pat, 1 trade slab spot, 1 pokey shuffle snipe. You got it. Here goes. If AI takes everyone's job, you will need UBI. I don't know what it will look like in the future, but humans will do some other kind of job in the future. Oh my God. He just pulled $100 card for $5, everybody. Oh my God. That's what everyone dreams of doing, Mr. Pat. Everyone dreams of the $100 snipe. That's a $100 snipe. That's as good as it gets in this box. You cannot pull higher than $100. I mean, you could pull higher than $100 if you ordered like 10 spots and then you pulled like 2 slabs to add up over 100. But for $5, the biggest return you can get is $100. So look at that, Pat. Isn't that interesting? Because I know you've had a lot of bad rounds recently. You've had a lot of bad luck, and then you got 1 good luck, and it just reverses all the bad luck. So that's pretty interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's what they tell you in the casinos. Do not chase your losses. It's what they always say, right? And that's like what I would say. That's like the sage, conservative, like the common sense advice. And here he is. He opened up 1 more and it turns into a $100 snipe. That's ridiculous. Now, don't get too excited yet because we don't know if you pull something. We don't know if this turns into a slab. It probably will, but it's also possible for it to not turn into a slab. So hold your breath. The live customs can be pretty big hits too. Really big cards in here. I'm chasing it. I don't care. 1, 2. Oh my God, please turn into something. 3. Whew. And 4. All right, so you do get a pull. I was going to get scared for you if you pulled nothing in here. It's going to be like, you got to be. I would tell you to just quit it. No. Pikachu T10. Oh, I think that's a big one. I think we just pulled one of these the other day, but there were 2 in the box, right? So there were 2 of these in the box. They're both gone now. Well, assuming he keeps it. Here it is. That's T10 Pikachu. Let me have a quick cough. So let's talk about this Pikachu, Pat. Last sold on this is no longer 100. Last sold on this is 200. This is one of the trick or trade Pikachus. Got a nice swirl next to his face, too. So the last sold on this is 200. You might have just pulled it for $5 if you keep it. You can re-roll it, but it will only re-roll for 1 spot. So I'm almost certain you're going to keep it. Yeah, you're going to keep it. Yeah, you know what's funny about this Pikachu? He got re-rolled not once, but twice. That's the only way for him to reach this number of 50. So some poor guy or girl rejected this card 2 times, and he was about to go up in price to $200. Can you believe this? Crazy. It's just crazy. Don't bet against some Pokemon. Don't bet against Gengar. Don't bet against Charizard. Don't bet against Pikachu. If you pull a nice Pikachu and you already have one, have 2 of them. Who cares? It's Pikachu. It's going to do well. That's why he got chosen to grade in the first place. All right, very cool. If you guys are looking to join some breaks, we got a lot of great breaks up on the table, like this Sylveon. This is the Heartbreak. Nobody has joined this yet. I'm confident it's not because he's not desirable. He's very desirable. It's because nobody wants to wait for 36 spots to sell. If like if there were 5 spots left on this guy, he'd be done like that. He'd be done tomorrow. Here's the Lightning Kingler. Speaking of which, he only has 6 spots left. And now here is that trade slab. So let's get this guy to the front. The Oddish is 1 spot, but he's Oddish, so he's harder to sell. So 1 trade spot. Here goes. Do you have a Japanese matchless fighter or only Korean? Only Korean, I'm afraid. There it is. Do you think I could get elected running on a platform of eliminating federal income tax? No, the federal government needs income tax. You could run on lowering the federal income tax. I think that's a very unpopular message these days because a lot of Democrats want socialism and even communism, which I think that's nuts. But also a lot of Republicans feel like the cost of living is too high too. So coming in and saying we're going to reduce benefits and give a tax break to people who are already making money, all of the poor people are going to say, nah, you're going to give us free stuff is what you're going to do. This is also why countries fail over time. I think democracies turn into de facto communist countries. So democracy is just a soon-to-be communist country. Here it is. All right, good luck. Income tax was supposed to be a temporary measure for war. That's right. That's right. And the founding fathers freaked out and they threw all the tea in the water and they went to war because they didn't want even a small, slight tax added to their goods from King George. And now we get taxed at over 50% of our income and we smile and we go, ooh, would you like me to bend over for you? Give me a number. There were talks to remove income tax and increase sales tax. Yeah, so that's a state tax thing. There's no winning here. Oh, you mean like at the federal level? I don't know if you could do that at the federal level. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's unrealistic to remove the federal tax at this point. I just think we should keep our taxes competitive with the rest of the world. That's it. Here goes. So we split the deck, and the first name that flips over gets the card. I just jumped into the audit. Hopefully I win because I'm the biggest 420 connoisseur here. Oh, into the oddish. Mark V. Mark Valerian gets the Dragonite. Aw, how nice. Mark's very good to me. He has donated a lot of cards to me. And so it's nice to see him get this. He'll like it. All right. He didn't even ask for those spots. I gave them to him. He was donating some EXs, and I said, here, we'll put you in the giveaway. Well, not the giveaway, into the break. All right. So look, we went down to 26 viewers, and now we're up to 53 viewers. Did we just gain 25 viewers suddenly, or is YouTube messing with us? But also, I would say this. I would say 53 viewers is still really low. I feel like not that long ago, we were consistently getting like 75. I feel like we need some spice on the channel, guys. Give me some spice ideas. How do we spice it up over here? Maybe I'll just start like screaming on the camera or something. Maybe that'll do it. Ah! All right, what's this? Oh, somebody was putting it out a dangerous Lincoln artist scored, so that person got banned. All right, let's go over to Breaks History. Pokemon. We are heading into summer, I guess. We've got Dragonite, Trade, Mark, 81 minutes. There it is. Face reveal, YouTube been hacked. Oh yeah, listen to Mister when he talking about Pokemon. I bought Rapidash from him, Reverse Hollow Expedition. He put an arrow on it saying this card will go up, and it did not even year. No one wanted it. Now it's 500 on eBay. Here it is. Oh yeah, because it was Expedition. It was an Expedition card. That's how you know it's just going to go up because it's Expedition. So I was doing the same thing at the time. I was ordering a bunch of let me throw these away. I was ordering a bunch of those e-reader cards too, and I was like, how can these not go up? Eric Rodriguez, you are next. You've been waiting a while. Eric Rodriguez, thanks for your patience. He ordered the SpongeBob clearance box. Here it is. One whole box of SpongeBob. An oddish spot for me. So the oddish is sold. Did you guys see this? This got priced up yesterday. PSA 9 Cardos Onyx. Very cool card. Still pretty affordable when it comes to vintage. 75 is pretty good. Cardos has always been this. Cardos Pocket Monsters has always been this set that people are still learning about. It's really weird. I feel like there's been a lot of opportunity in there because of that. We are. All right. W, oddest spot for me. 75 is crazy for that. It's maybe it's not crazy. I don't think that it's necessarily wrongly priced. I just think it's so cheap that there's still room for it to grow. Some sets are so expensive they've like peaked, right? Like they've hit that price pain point where there's fewer people left to push the price up. All right, Eric Rodriguez. Did I hear clearance? Yes, this was a clearance booster box. He got it for 20 bucks. Here goes. Just getting rid of my SpongeBobs. I got so much SpongeBobs. Some of these SpongeBob cards are pretty cool. Okay. Snipping this. Good. Onyx has a special place in my heart because of Pokopia. He had a habitat so far from all the Pokemon. I felt bad. Aw, that's sad. All right, so the giveaway slab, we're going to change the rules now. The way you get into the giveaway slab, this will be activated as soon as we hit 70 viewers. So if we hit 70 viewers, I'll turn on the giveaway. So now it's not going to be likes based, it's going to be views based. So that's like we had like a likes bounty, now we have a views bounty. 70 people will activate the giveaway. So let other people know that's how it works. Here's Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob. SpongeBob in a SpongeBob pack. So that's a hit. The Mr. Krabs is your hit in this pack. What? That's wigged. Well, it won't be based off of likes, though. That's nice, right? So it's not going to be based off of likes, but it will be based off of a concurrent viewership. So it's like just an experiment. We're just trying out a different method. Here's Grill Master. Guess I got a drill in Onyx now. We buy viewers 6. Rip Chud the Builder. Nighttime stream going to get stiffed. Here's nighttime stream is going to be a vertical stream. So we're going to see how that affects things. Here's Chillin'. Bing Chilling. 70 viewers for how many minutes? Doesn't have to be many minutes at all. Just has to hit that number for like a second. It is. It just has to actually hit that number. Here we are. Alex is chimping out. Whoa. All right, I ain't spending any on that. I was going to ask why the stream was horizontal. We're running some tests, some experimental tests. Here it is. Momona. Yo, so we ran a horizontal stream in the daytime yesterday, and it outperformed the nighttime stream. And then we're going to run a vertical tonight, right? Normally nighttime is horizontal. We're going to run a vertical tonight and see if it outperforms this stream. I enjoy horizontal way more. So happy this one is horizontal. Well, we're just running some experiments. We'll see how it goes, okay? We'll see how the experiments go. One theory I have is that it might be better to run the horizontal in the daytime because people are at work and they can like click off of the app and still hear it. And then vertical at night makes more sense potentially because people are laying in bed with their phone. But some people are like, boo, there's always going to be somebody who doesn't like that, but we're just playing around with it a little bit. I do like the idea of doing one vertical, one horizontal per day because it makes the stream a little bit different. There we go. And we're at 64. We need six more viewers, and we'll start looking at that. We'll start giving away that knockdown. Here it is. That's one whole box of SpongeBob for Eric Rodriguez. I thought you ended nights. No, no, we stream it every single day. Nighttime stream is every single day. So now you know we have a nighttime stream every day. It is. All right. 6 says boo. What? Yeah, who's hopping on their multiple accounts to boost that number? Yelling out my kids to open the TCC stream. What? That's goofy. All right, Eric Rodriguez. Ooh, whoa. Did you guys hear that? The F flew over us. What the? Damn, dude, this sounded like straight up rockets, man. Did you guys hear that? That was nuts. I don't know if that came through the mic. I'm gonna ask Karis what if she saw what that was. Hold on. Some kind of warplanes just flew over us for sure. I'm texting her. Dude, something just flew over us like that. So Eric with an E. Let's go find your bag. Mr. Eric Rodriguez, you've got a whole bunch of SpongeBobs now. And let's see if I can write your name on this. She probably, oh, look at that, Mr. Luciano. Luciano got his order in on the website. Nice job, man. Very nice. Let's get a new slab. So this slab says cross grade. It got a 5. Oh, yeah. No, this one really should be cross graded. This should be considered like an off centering error or something. Look how off center that is. I actually really don't know if they'll do that, but I'll send it to CGC. First time buyer. Sounds good, man. Nice to meet you. Mr. Trippy, I sent for some shuffles. Wish me luck. Mr. Team Rocket Grunt, sent it in for those shuffles. Those are always real popular. All right, so this Golbat is extremely off center. And what I would hope for is an error label. I wanted to say minor miscut. Instead of saying 5, because I feel like this is so off center. It should have said minor miscut or OC. It doesn't have guiding dots like regular Pokemon cards do, so the grader was probably just some noob. But considering how deeply off center this is, I feel like this definitely deserved an OC grade. Okay. Very good. And let's take a picture of it. Okay, this is in the regrade channel. This got PSA 5 sending to CGC. in hopes of minor miscut label. All right. What's the pack break on the table? We got 2 pack breaks going on. Team Rocket, which is half full now, almost half full. It's at like 5 out of 11. And Ancient Origins, there's one person in here. Ancient Origins is my favorite XY set. It's got a lot of amazing pulls. Okay, those are the pack splits. We have a Jimmy Torres, and he needs 2 junk packs. 2 junk packs, Jimmy Torres. These are our $3 junk packs. Let's open Jimmy's junk packs. He's got Tiny Chum, Attack on Titan, One Piece, Final Fantasy, Vintage Pokemon. Here's a full art of a Pokemon card. That's just a straight up full art Pokemon card. Some football. Whoa, you got an English Sydney. So those are cards. I just didn't want them. That bag's probably worth more than 3. How about this baggie? Made green grape guava. Did you get my order? I sent almost an hour ago. Yeah, I'm sure I did. These orders are almost an hour long too. So it's just their turn. Here we are. Actually, it was 54 minutes for the previous order. So it is. The line got a little bit long. It doesn't make any sense. It says we had 25 viewers and we were packed. It seems like the orders are packed. So I don't know if I believe it. Jimmy Torres. Here we have you with 2 of these junk packs. Now we're having a junk pack issue where Mr. Jay-Z's got a bunch of junk packs and he's filling that box up. What do we do with these now? I don't know. Can we get a temporary box going? We'll just say J overflow. All right, we got an overflow box for the J's. Ooh. Hope that doesn't like break the table one day because it's so heavy. Feels like it's getting pretty full. Now 6, we took care of that 1 pack of Ascended Heroes you ordered earlier. 6, we might have already done your order. You ordered 1 pack of Ascended Heroes, and we actually serviced that. I don't think anything came out of it. It says it was a 25-minute ago order. We tossed these away. We have an Anthony Rodriguez order for Oddish. Someone order a 100 junk packs. I could probably service that, but the only problem would be is I wouldn't have enough of those little see-through baggies left. I think you missed my order. Can you describe the order? I might have missed it. This is for the Oddish. So I got an order from you for 1 pack of Ascended Heroes. What would you say the missed one is? Or you didn't get an email? It's possible I missed it. Let's talk about it. What do you think it was? It was for another Ascended. Oh, I see. So you're saying I serviced the one and then you ordered another. So it goes, here's the Q order. Marius Larson, Team Rocket Grunt, 6 Corrupted, 1 Ascended Heroes, JC, 1 box Bikini Solo Leveling. Let's open all this up. Then it goes 6. Oh, you have an order that looks exactly the same as the previous order. Here you go, Miss 6. Even the same lettering. All right, here goes. So, ooh, it's very confusing now. I'm wondering if I serviced both of these. There's no way to tell. 6, I would probably recommend that you make each order slightly different in the wording. If you do like a duplicate order, like 1 pack at a time. I think my biggest fear is I myself can't keep track of how many of these I open for you. We are. So like, for example, if I can't keep track of it, who could keep track of it, right? So like, how do we keep track of which order we're on, you know? I'll go ahead and open this. Let's just assume I missed it. I actually don't remember if we already did this one for you. So there was a Christian Whitfield order for $108. That was a whole box of Nikkei. Immediately after that, we get a 6 order for 1 pack of Ascended. Then we get a Jonathan Cham order for a box of Bikini Solo Leveling. Then another order for Ascended Heroes from 6. I wonder if there's anyone who'd like to be a detective and go back and identify if we did that in the stream. The best way to identify when to start looking is when we took care of the whole box of Nikkei First Edition for Christian Whitfield. That occurred over an hour ago. It looks like it occurred, yeah, I don't know the exact time. I'm down. Hang on. Yeah, so it would go Christian Whitfield. Then it would be 6 who gets an Ascended Hero right after his box. This is only the PayPal queue, by the way, so other queues could jump in the middle. So then there's a PayPal Jonathan Cham, Bikini Solo Leveling, and then there's a PayPal 6. So 6, this is your pack here. We're going to let him do a little investigation, okay? Just double check, make sure I haven't already opened them both. See, that's the thing. If I can't remember it, it's probably in general just kind of hard to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got 7 of these. We'll run this in the meantime. He's going to check that. Wish we had a better system for that. This duck looking goofy. I only remember hearing 1 pack. So Javier is already saying he thinks it's only 1 pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's very likely 1 pack. It's so hard because it's so hard to track something like that when the orders are very similar. Here it is. All right. I like how Mr. Trusts no one's word, no matter who you are. Mr. should run for president. Um, it's not that I don't trust anyone's words. No, that's not true. I do trust people. Like, for example, I actually assume 6 is probably correct. However, there are like errors that get made in the course of a stream. So over the years, having someone check this exact scenario, some of the time there is a problem where it has been served and either the person didn't see it or, like me, the person actually doesn't remember it either. So both of those things can occur. And so we've had many scenarios where it'll be somebody who said, hey, you never serviced that. And if we go and check the footage, it was serviced. But then there's also many scenarios where we go and check the footage and it never was serviced. So we have a problem where 2 orders are so similar to each other, there's nothing that makes them unique. And those are the easiest ones to forget or to accidentally pass over whichever event occurred. Here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it would be easy if I had like a receipt card. This is why you have mods. Yeah. If I had like a receipt card where every time an order got serviced, it like wrote down the timestamp of when it completed. But this event, this issue does not occur enough for me wanted to want to do all that extra work. It's error for RNG to make sure it's fair for everyone. Everyone gets a fair chance in order time they ordered. It's so like 90 to 95%, it's just going to be that I missed the order. Here it is. But sometimes it really is that the order got serviced, but it's so identical or it's such a small order. So like one of the things that stands out about this particular scenario is it's only 1 pack. And so 1 pack can be serviced very fast. Like you will miss it if you're not watching. It's like a needle in the haystack almost. You open 1 pack for 6. All right, you got a 6. We're getting you that other pack open. Let's do it right now. Here it is. Yeah, it's a rare scenario where it's a very small order too. So one of the things that can occur is that it's like a needle in a haystack to go find it. Here it is. Tyler is Mike's side today. Tyler's been very helpful. He asked to be mod and he's kind of doing some mod stuff right away. That's kind of nice. Well, one time just checked. You can trust me. I know where to look. I watch all your streams like a hawk. Here we are. All right, that's it. Tyler's getting the promotion, man. He's promoted to double moderator. Here we go. Here's the stun fisk. All right, stunky fisk. Good. Now, can we get a number to split this deck in half? Like how Mr. Trust no one. No, I've done this long enough to, hey, look at that. We hit 70. I watched it. We hit 70 viewers. So now this knocked owl is going to be given away. 1, 2. Well, it's going to be open up for the giveaway. All right, we have to do these names here. So stick around for that, guys. So we were doing a likes bounty for the slab. We're going to change that to a views bounty just as an experiment. So next time we're going to do a views bounty. So the daytime hit 70 views. And next time the bounty is probably going to be for 75 views. There it is. All right, give me a number. Does this mean I can show you how good I can edit video and titles? Yeah, you're absolutely welcome to get into video editing. I would love that. We have 2 YouTube channels now for Pokemon cards. So we can sit you on the second Pokemon channel and have you just post stuff all day with no risk. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was Gabriel asked for 4. All right, here goes. This is actually a pretty substantial card. The focus has been kind of on the whole 420 meme, the signature. This is a vintage Oddish card, PSA 10 from Hidden Legends. It's a good card. So here's Anthony Rodriguez on 1. Pulling it on 1. All right. That's Anthony Rodriguez. Here's Mr. Hot Camacho. Here's Sarah Dusenberry. Sorry, Sarah. She on vacation. Here's NHCC. Sorry, NHCC. Here's Javier. Here's NHCC. Ooh, he had 2 spots. And here's Isaiah. All right, there it is. Anthony Rodriguez with the Oddish snipe. Now, I assume you want the Oddish and not the Psyduck. All right, I'm going to take a wink. You're going to take a wink. Yeah. You just turned 40 bucks into a big Oddish slab. Congratulations, man. All right. Sign it for me, please. It is signed. The Oddish is signed. That was the whole reason people were getting into it. It's already signed. Yeah, that was part of the reason why it was fun, because it's dated and signed for 4/20/2026. We've been doing this for years now. On 4/20, I have a graded Oddish card, and then I sign it, and then we date it for that day. 4/20/2026. Cool, right? There goes. Not bad. That was tough for Mr. NHCC. You could tell he wanted it because he had 2 spots in there, so that sucks. All right. Tyler, just quit telling Mister to increase his pack prices. All right, the 420 break is finally over. That one lasted a little while. 420 oddish. Let's see, Anthony, 103 minutes. You know, the thing is, we had 2 oddish breaks that day. It was supposed to be 1 oddish break for the daytime stream, 1 oddish break for the nighttime stream, but I had to cram both of them into one stream, and that was the more expensive of the 2. Okay, so 6 got her Missing Ascended Heroes packs. Sorry about all that, 6. And then we finished the 420 oddish. And we got to host this giveaway because we hit the view bounty. So it's not a likes bounty anymore, it's a view bounty. We're just trying some new stuff. We also tried doing horizontal today. I type in TCC. There it is. So type in the keyword TCC. Now, this is a really lovely slab. So we're not handing out quite as many spots as normal. We want this to last a couple streams. Isn't he beautiful? I bought a bunch of these because I really like the way it looks. I'm a Noctowl fan because Noctowl was a psychic type, and he's Gen 2. It's a really cool Pokemon. So I'm going to put NHCC in here for free because he missed, and he clearly wanted that Oddish. Here's Mr. Marius. Marius, you've been a big part of the stream lately. Thanks, man. And also Tyler the mod. Did you just get in here twice? Wow, Tyler got in here twice, man. Crazy. There it is. So that's up to 10 now. And we're going to give out 3 more spots tonight, probably. So join us for the late night stream. If you don't want to miss it, smash that subscribe button. Let's take a look at another slab real fast for potential pricing up. This one says cross grade. Sadly, I sold my Uyama Pikachu, I think, to Jennifer Yap for just $900. Now he's like a $4,000 card. All I had to do was hold him. And I suspect this got graded wrong. Like, you know, it looks off center, but it's not. It's just a really weird card to grade. Check out the back of the card. Look how clean it is. So the back of the card implies that it's very well centered. So now I'm going to investigate it for other flaws like scratches, dings, or something like that. I am not seeing any. I'm going to check the front. Looking for print lines. So I am just not seeing any. I think PSA might have wrongly graded this because a grader saw that this side was fat and this side was thin, and they thought, oh, it's off center. But look, it's just meant to be that way. It's a poorly drawn card. Check out the centering on the back of the card. The centering's quite good. So that's very disappointing, and we're probably going to regrade this one with, in fact, PSA. All right, you ready? Once we crack it, we'll investigate it further. Let's look one more time. If it's got a print line, I will just keep it as a 9. So I just don't see any. It seems pretty clean. Any white dots? Yeah, so I am disappointed with the grade on this one. Let's be a little bit more careful on this one. It's pretty expensive. Ultimately, when you're cracking slabs, you might damage the card inside. It's inherently part of the risk. I've done it a couple times. I've ruined a couple vintage cards this way. I'm afraid it's just part of the risk, guys. Okay. Tempted to send this off to like tag grading, actually. They've got an express value option, and I'd be tempted to see their opinion on this card if it graded tag 10. I'm a little annoyed that PSA gave it a 9. What's your email? Need to make sure my package is coming today. My email is TheCardconomist@gmail.com. Oh, are you talking about are you talking about for shipping? Look for stamps.com. All right, so now we've got it in our hands. Dude, it's so clean. Okay. Oh, this should have been a 9. Or this should have been a 10. I feel like it should have been a 10. Nothing's really standing out to me. Top, bottom centering. It just looks off center because that side is fat, right? But I think it's just meant to be that way. It's going back in, guys. That's PSA. Please submit again. Send it to tag. Get a proper grade on it. I would, but the PSA 10 on this would be more prestigious. It is tempting to send it to tag. I do like tag. I'm gonna I don't know, dude. I want to prove that PSA graded it wrong. That's the other side to this. Is I don't just want it to be I don't want it to just be like, oh, tag is nicer to me or something. PSA gave this a 9, and I couldn't find any flaws. Suspicious that PSA simply misgraded it because the front of the card is drawn sloppily. But that is a part of the design. So again, I suspect there's something going on where PSA sees this fat on the left, thin on the right, and they go, okay, that's a 9. That's the design of the actual card. That's how this card works. And you flip it over. Do you see the off centering on the back? No, because there is no off centering. Man, it should have been a 10. All right, back to PSA regrade. Just send it for the proper report, for the report. Wait, just send it for the report, then recrack it and send it back to PSA Watch the tag say it's off center though. I think it's left to right as the back is also off on the same side as the front. Let me look at it. The left to right's not perfect, right? Like it's not going to get Beckett Black Label, but look at it. It's hardly off center at all. Actually stare at it for a second. It's very close. And so if you look at the front, that's not a big wiggle. You know what I mean? That's not like a big shift or you know, what I'm trying to say is like, look down here, for example. See how fat this portion of the card is? And then how thin this portion of the card is? It's a weird hand-drawn card. We're just going to go for it. We're going to see what happens. Compare it to PSA 10s on eBay. That's actually not a bad idea. Here, let's compare it to a PSA. We got to hurry and get back to another order, though, too. So PSA 10, it's called, how do we spell the name? Let's see. Let's say Vending Pikachu. It's Uyama Pikachu. It's hard to say because I feel like it's off center here too, right? Yeah, that's definitely fatter on the left than the right, correct? You know, it's probably very hard if it's an asymmetric card, it's probably very hard for them to say. So here's another one. I think that's another one. The left side's definitely fatter than the right side. Let's try this one. Yeah, yeah, the left side's fatter than the right side. We're gonna give it a try. I don't know. It's an asymmetric card, and maybe they have like this perfect method. But if they reject it again, I'm gonna very, very carefully crack it and send it off to tag two. Have to regrade it, and we got to give it a try because I didn't see other flaws. I didn't see like dots. I didn't see like, you know, I didn't see other really big problems with it. All right, Team Rocket Grunt. He needs 6 Poke Shuffles. What did you guys think of that? Is that a modern shirt? It was a shirt in the 9s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It actually looks like those 10s. Yeah, so then you can look it over for other flaws like dots on the surface, print lines, something wrong with the lip of the card, the edges, corners. I didn't see those having problems either. I think it's a misgraded card. They could have handed it to some noob and he could have been like, oh, this is off center because he saw that it was off center on the front and he's got to get like 1,000 cards graded in an hour. Bunch of cold ones. No. All right. That's Team Rocket Grunt. I saw that GameStop was doing a live stream on eBay and opening up mystery slab packs. How do you feel about that? GameStop being a potential rip and ship competitor. Let me read that again. GameStop can do whatever it wants to do. Ultimately, guys, I don't really like GameStop as a card shop. I have a lot of competitors. It doesn't matter. Like everyone's got a rip and ship these days. You know, virtually everyone. It just doesn't matter. Even some of the biggest card sellers have rip and ships. But GameStop in particular, I don't like that they have a board of directors and a CEO and they got public shareholders. You know why? That means they have to make profit for all those guys. Those are all these guys that are kind of clinging to the corporation, parasiting off the back of it, saying, we need our 15% return on investment. Come on, bro. And so whenever you buy from GameStop, you just need to know that whatever it is they sell you has to make enough profit margin to pay for all that stuff. It has to pay for the physical shops, it has to pay for the corporate structure, it has to pay for the CEO, it has to pay for the shareholders. When you buy from a little guy like me, you're just paying for me, right? You're paying my salary and that's it. When you buy from a different rip and shipper, you're just paying for that guy. When you buy from even a medium-sized card shop on the internet, you're just paying for that card shop. You're not paying for a whole corporation with global stocks that anyone can buy. And so, in theory, in Pokemon cards, GameStop should never truly be competitive. It'll never be able to beat a real small, fierce card shop that can live off of lower margins. And in an environment where it's a super hot bull market, GameStop's doing fine. But when the bear market arrives and you have to sell at razor thin margins and all your inventory is slowly going down in price rather than up, how can GameStop survive? It doesn't make any sense to me. That's why they want to buy eBay, because I think they know they can't survive. They know that the possibility of them failing in the card market is there. Marius Larson, 10 Poke Shuffles and a spot in the Ancient Origins. You got it. Are you still out of Korean 151? Yeah, it is. It's sold out. We could probably remove that one from the website. That we're not thinking of restocking that one. It is. All right, going into the small pack. It is. I have a handful of people that want to invest, but I don't know if I want to go that route. I barely want to pay my employee. I don't think you're at that level where, like, quote unquote, you want to invest. You're talking about doing private equity for your business. The only reason that you would accept investor money is because you want to buy something that expands the business. So, like, let's say you want to buy that, like, food truck. You can take a loan from a rich person to buy the truck with, and then you owe them money back over the years. All right, one spot in the Ancient Origins is done. 10 Poke Shuffles. Bear market. Pokemon only go up, says Uganda Knuckles. Yeah, so, GameStop's sitting on all this inventory, and that inventory is going up in value over time. But what happens if the inventory goes down in value? They're going to tank, dude. They're going to be in so much trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, Mr. Marius, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm sorry. We got one guy pulls a big hit for $5, and another guy spends $50, gets $55 worth of spots, and pulls nothing. Man, that's rough. Now we have Mr. Jonathan Cham. Last order until 3 months from now. One box of solo leveling and shipping. Whoa, and shipping. You got it, man. Taking a little 3-month break. Well, I appreciate you coming in here and being all super nice and opening all this solo leveling, man. That's great. Really appreciate it. I'm reading how they're going to make a new website to do 24/7 an hour rips. Kind of crazy that a corporation that large will jump on board. We are. All right. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. They want to capitalize off of the Pokemon card market. But does that feel right to you guys? Does something about that feel wrong? Something about it feels wrong, correct? All right, let's start snipping this. Okay, they're not called CardStop. They're called GameStop. And what they're basically just announced is they want an online casino for kids' cards. 24/7 online casino. You know, when Little Rip and Shippers did it, there's a bunch of Little Rip and Shippers, just dudes working from their homes, right? When little guys were doing it, I think it was a bit, it was a bit of a craft, right? It was a bit of a just a little private thing. For a corporation to come in and say, "No, we're going to turn this into a full casino." How long before legislation follows? Here's this. All right. It's our fault because we build them out with their meme coins. We shouldn't have let them shut down shop, to be completely honest. Yeah, the meme stock situation made GameStop a lot of money because they issued stock during that time. It's so nasty of them to do that. They rug pulled. It is. All right. Solar leveling. Igris. So that's Igris. All right. It's a cold one. If I'm hosting a little Pokemon rip and ship, so what? If the guy over there is hosting one, so what? If TCA Gaming hosts one, so what? If PokeRev hosts one, so what? But when a corporation comes in and says, we're going to host a Pokemon rip and ship 24/7, how does that really make you guys feel? Something about that doesn't feel right, right? It's too mainstream at that point, and it makes you start to think a little more about, like, whoa, here we go. Bake Yoon Ho, and it's a nice star card. Cool, man. Time to burn and turn twiddling my thumbs for my order. Here we are. Basically, if you go into their stores, there's more toys and carts than there is actual video games. I just ordered some perfect order off DoorDash. Here we are. And here's a Kaizel. Oh. I had my feelings a lot, or I'll always be in trouble. Let's see. GameStop has lost their way. I think you have to call them CardStop, But so they need some kind of rebranding. All right. Ooh. It's like if the name of your company was Taco Stop, but now you're primarily selling pizza. And it's like there's a mismatch between the brand name and the product. Mr. JC, he wants some shipping. So you've got this huge box over here. We are. What time is this? 4:47? Wonder if I can get this shipping prepped right now. Mr. Gril is spelled wrong in description under Waifu Slabs. Also, check my message on Discord when you have a moment. The Waifu Slabs. All right. We're going to check that real fast. Mr. JC, you got a nice pull out of there, it looked like. Let's see what you say. So you're going to say Inferno's a little higher, Terror Festival. So he's suggesting some of the Korean packs have gotten more expensive over time. Let's go and fix that Gril Waifu thing. I thought it says Gril. Oh, it might actually say Gril on purpose. Briefly unavailable for scheduled maintenance. Oops. Says I can't edit the website right now. All right, no problem. All right, let's just take a look at the rest of the queue for the minute. Team Rocket Grunt, Mr. Jonathan Smith. Let's get in here and head over to International. Now we've shipped you a couple times. And what we could do is just choose this medium flat rate box, which is really expensive. It's $92 now? Oh my God, dude. How expensive is this? $100. That doesn't make any sense. So we won't be doing priority then. We know that at least. But let's go ahead and grab as much of your stuff as possible. JC, do you remember if you have many slabs, Mr. Jonathan? Oof. So we're going to go with non-priority shipping. I think that priority shipping is out of the question at this point for international. It's just not going to happen. For the biggest international, yeah, that's our old $80. You get a specialty box. It's super fast. Probably going to break this up into non-priority shipments. All right, let me weigh out this, and you just give me an idea how many slabs you might have. Six says, "What would you take for my Rayquaza? I know you wanted them." Oh yeah, some hollow Rayquazas. I'm not 100% sure. You are. I guess I need a time to actually take a quick look at them. Ooh, that's quite heavy. Airplane fuel. You're so right. All right, so that's quite heavy. Might have to ship early then. So this one's just a little over 5 pounds. 5 pounds, that's American weight units. In the UK, a pound is a currency. How strange. And then they use a weight called stones. So they would say something like 5 stone or something. Just one slab? Okay, perfect. So one slab won't change the weight. 5 pounds it is. So let me look into what kind of shipping options we have for 5 pounds of shipments. Oof. Oop. All right. Let's change the type of shipment over. And we'll say we got 5 pounds. And then let's go with so they only allow priority mail shipping at 5 pounds. That's what happens. They only allow it. So what's the limit? So that's right. So let's try 2 pounds. Let's see what this is. Stones is only for human weight, I thought. Oh, is it? You might be right. Mm-hmm. So we can ship 2 pounds out for $40. What if we go over 2 pounds? We might have to send you multiple boxes, okay? We also use pebbles, but that isn't as well known. For example, 10 stone, 5 pebble. Really? Are you just playing with me? I feel like that's a joke. I feel like he's messing with me. Do the British use the term pebble for weight? No, the British do not use the term pebble. Oh my God, bro. A stone, by the way, guys, is worth 14 pounds. We use stones in buying fish. Oh, very cool. All right, so back over here. Okay, so over 2 pounds is possible, but it jumps the weight really high, or jumps the price really high. Let's see what we can do. What if I want to ship 3 pounds? Got them. Sometimes we also use sand after pebble. 10 stone, 5 pebbles, and 9 sand. It looks like we can ship you 2 3-pound boxes, but the problem is that actually goes up to the equivalent cost of $90. So there's no advantage to it. Damn, bro. It's just gonna cost $100 to get this over. That's crazy. I don't know why that's so expensive. I doubt it's cheaper with other companies. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Well, let me play with it. I'm gonna go put your stuff to the side and write down that you ordered shipping. Could it get cheaper to ship international like in 2 or 3 months? Is it because of Iran? I mean, it was always expensive. It's only more expensive by like $13 for the priority mailbox because the priority mailbox was an $80 shipment. Now it's a $100 shipment. It's like 90. It was like 94. Update that on the menu. Um, I probably won't because I don't want to discourage international buyers. So I'll probably subsidize that cost. Here's a Jimmy Therese order. Oh, let me write this down. JC shipping. I'll try to tinker with it to get maybe like an optimal cost per pound or something. Jimmy Therese, 1 box Korean Inferno, please keep sealed. Now, give me a second, Jimmy, because I was just informed we have to change the price on that. I guess you bought it before we changed it. Let me see. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just service that. I think it's fine. But we are going to change it, okay? You want to keep it sealed? The only thing I have to say is, Jimmy, if you want to ship it sealed, there's an additional charge. Normally, shipping is $9. If you want to ship a booster box out too, shipping will then be $15. Okay, Jimmy Therese? Just letting you know that, okay? So shipping changes if you want to ship a whole booster box. We hit 70 viewers. Nice. All right, let me place that there. Most people open the product, but if you'd like to keep it sealed, we can do that. It just increases the cost of the shipping. Now, we are going to go make that adjustment. Inferno is jumping to $3.50. Okay. There's 30 packs inside, isn't there? So that goes to 105. Did you buy that because the other guy was talking about how it's underpriced? Well, let me search for this now. All right, so the price here will change to 3.5. We're hit update. 75 viewers. I think the daytime stream does just get more views, right, guys? I think that's what it is. I really do. Mr. Luciano, I know you're waiting a while. Everybody's waiting a while. Let me go get this box. I'll be right back, guys. All right, here we are. Daytime stream does tend to have more. Sometimes late night streams get crazy, though. True. Yeah, when it gets extremely late, the late night stream. noticeably tends to get a little busier. All right. Who was this for again? Jimmy Torres? All right, Jimmy, this costs $15 to ship out whenever you do order shipping. There goes. Thank you, Mr. Jimmy. Instead of 2 streams, you do 1 long stream. That is possible, but it's pretty uncomfortable to do that, actually. So the next oldest order is this a new order by Jeff? I think that one's already been serviced. We got Jeff. Jeff Leon, are you waiting for your order right now? Let me see. This might be a new one. I can't actually tell. No, I had an old order. Okay, so then the next order is Luciano Farrell. Please send sealed. Oh, he wants these all sealed. Okay, we could do that. Did you order a round of shipping? Mr. Luciano, are you listening? It needs so you're missing one thing. If you'd like to send it sealed, you need a round of shipping, okay? Shipping will be a $9 purchase, okay? He says, "Yes, mister, I'm waiting." Oh, Jeff. Okay, Jeff's waiting for his turn. That's what I thought, Jeff. That's what I originally thought. All right, so first of all, Mr. Luciano, I know you're waiting your turn. Why don't you send in for an order of shipping for that? And then Mr. Jeff, let's get his stuff. Want to send it Heroes? And then 2 sneaker bunkos. I thought you were saying I already did it. Yes. 1 Mega Dream. It looked like an order that hadn't been serviced, but I wasn't 100% sure. We are. It works differently from the emails. The emails are marked red when we're done with them. The website doesn't do that. Fujibunko. With the website, you just got to remember where you left off, basically. 2 Dreamlike Oceans. Here it is. All right. Ooh, iPad's about to turn off. There we go. Love Spanish cards, cheap and excellent quality. So here we go. Mr. Jeff, pulling you heat. You ready? Nothing but hot ones, everybody. Geez, Jeff, I wish you didn't have to wait so long between your orders. It was a busy day today, but you're placing these big orders. I wish I could just get them done in a row so you can feel good. It is. Hate making people wait. If I let you jump the line, someone else will wait extra too, though. So that's that's why it's difficult. But today, Thursday, has been a busy day, huh? Wonder if it'll be this busy tonight. All right. We should have started this an hour earlier at 2, maybe. Ooh, look at that. That lightning card looks great. Okay. Mr. Luciano's got the shipping covered. Thank you, Mr. Luciano. Here's Cecil. Here's 1, 2. She's got a gun pointed at her head. Let's see. Here's a full art girl. Bikini Babes. Sneaker Bunko. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. The doggy girls. Oh no, we're just 2 puppy dogs. Bark, bark, bark. All right. Very good. Good new cards. Okay, and then this was a full art. Sarah the Empress from Fujibunko. Mega Dweem. Come on, Mega Dream. What you got for us? Oh, yeah. Karate Guy. Oh, yeah. And Ascended Heroes. Just some hollows and Kangaskhan. Bleh. Bork, bork, bork. Me and Yuki. Isn't Yuki in Sneaker Bunko Volume 1? Isn't she that doggy girl? That card's sexy as hell, dude. Here it is. Okay. The days of the Korean packs being affordable are no longer. Ah, that's sad, man. Sad to hear that. I don't know if that's necessarily true though, right? They're still pretty cheap comparatively. Ooh, that nice dark Doug trio. Did you guys catch that? Cute. Thank you, Mr. Jeff. Now we have Mr. Luciano. He's ordering a sealed order. So he wants 3 of the OP15s. Okay, let's get these unblocked to get started. So 3 of these. You don't want them opened? We love opening them. Here's one of these. Oh, it says English OP13. Hold on. I'm going to do this in order. So one of the English ones, which is hiding out over here somewhere. There's OP9. Get a fresh box? Fresh box? I vaguely remember that I think we needed a fresh box of the OP13 English. Yeah, fresh box time, I think. That's exciting, isn't it? Oh, let me look one more time. It's looking like a fresh box. We got these Union Arena sets in the way. That's the problem. Get these Union Arena sets out of here. I've got OP9 and OP6 over here. That's interesting. All right, let's go get OP13 English. Boop. All right. Mr. Why is the screen wide? I'm pissed. I'm sorry, man. We're trying an experiment, widescreen in the day and then vertical at night. See how it goes. Most people haven't complained too much about widescreen being in the daytime. Okay. Good. So English one piece OP 14 times 2. And that'd be 2 of these. All right. English OP 10 Royal Blood. How many of those did you want? 3 of the Royal Bloods. Oh, yeah. I bought these by accident. I didn't even mean to buy these. So now they're on the menu. English OP 6 times 1. Ah, yeah. Now, he did order the Japanese OP13s. He wants 3 of them. Here they are. He wants 2 of the Japanese OP10s. 1, 2. All right, there they are. And then an English Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions. Here it is. That's a pretty big first order, Mr. Luciano. Nice to meet you, man. $200 order there, guys. Holy. Wow. Set that there. Let's get you that free card. Okay, you get a little Charmander free card. And then he's just shipping these out. So just to let you know, Miss Alexis comes in tomorrow to do the shipping. It'll probably be picked up on Saturday, okay? Wow. Big order there, guys. Nice to meet you, Mr. Luciano. Hit refresh on this. Yes, it looks like he has successfully sent in for the round of shipping, and we've got his address. Perfect. All right. I want egg rolls and rice. I don't know about that rice. It's on the list, but I want it. It's on the list. It's fried. We need that sound effect. I need to be able to play that sound effect at will. So it's about this heavy. All right. So it's going to make the label for tomorrow. So now we're just waiting for it to calculate a price on that label. I love this order. Sadly, we don't get to see it get opened. He wanted the whole thing sealed and shipped out sealed. All right. I hope Ivan is well. Yeah. Poor Ivan. There you have it. Your label is printed. I missed the Homelander sound effect. I'm smarter. I'm stronger. I'm better. I am better. We just watched the latest episode uh last night. Kirsten and I did. Who's got the oldest daughter now? Next up, Jonathan Bagunas. No bags, should just be a couple slabs. All right, so Jonathan Bagunas needs shipping. You got it, man. Long time no see. Coming back here to grab your slabs. Wait, how do I spell your name? Two ways. Says here I need your shipping address. Oh my gosh. Here, let me try this. Bagu. Ooh, says I don't have your shipping address. Oh man, I hope he's still here. Are you still here, Mr. Jonathan? Says I don't have his shipping address. Ooh, how do I contact him? He ordered on ZELLE, so I can't send him a penny message. Oh, he's still here. Perfect. Hey, what's up? Long time no see. Can you give me a shipping address to this email, TheCardconomist@gmail.com? Send me your shipping address here. We'll get you taken care of, okay? All right. Joseph Smith is next. He needs 3 pokey shuffles. I'm glad you stuck around because I don't know how I would have contacted you. We are. See a lot of hate for the boys. Haven't watched the latest episode though. The writing's pretty liberal. I'm not gonna lie. Like the bad guy is basically Trump, right? Homelander is, you know, sort of like personality worship, and I think it mirrors like the whole MAGA movement kind of thing. That's a cold one. It's still entertaining. I mean, I enjoy it. I think it's hilarious. They do a pretty good job keeping it entertaining. Here's Arturo Perez. 1 for the Waifu Shuffle. Heart of the Goon, guide me. You got it. Arturo, 1 Waifu Shuffle. Good luck. Waifu Shuffle. We could use some new slabs in here. You can also find email under ZELLE in description. LMAO, Homelander is Trump, X Putin. 1, 2, 3. And boom. Ah, sorry, Mr. Arturo Perez. That's one cold one. Sorry, man. All right, maybe the Heart of the Goon will get you next time. We have Harry Kennison. 2 151 surprise and 1 junk pack. Okay, let's just grab a junk pack for you. And then you want 2 of the 151 surprise, the Pikachu Gengar set that everybody loves opening because they want that Pikachu Gengar. The funniest thing, though, is they wrote the God thing before Trump posted himself as Jesus. Yeah, that was almost insane how close that was, right? I assume that it had been pre-written, like they had already written it ahead of time. Because, most shows go into production and they start storyboarding, they start coming up with concepts. I know South Park, they write their episodes on the fly. So it's possible for South Park to react to, Donald Trump posting himself as Jesus. But I don't know how the boys' writing team does it. So there was a very good chance they had already written that a long time ago. And so I just don't know. Maybe somebody can confirm that. But yeah, the fact that it mirrored the whole like Jesus post was insanity. Mister, start taking bags from junk packs that get open, not sealed. Wait, what'd you say? I know you said you were running low on baggies. Oh, true. But I'll be okay. Eventually we'll have more of these baggies either way. Pretty sure the boys, all the episodes are made when they start being released. So you're saying that they are made on the fly, like South Park episodes. Here's Alexander, here's Mime, here's Sandshrew, Oinkaloni. That's just a nice Pokemon card. And then here's a holographic yellow border Pokemon. That should be sleeved. This might actually have a value of $1 or more. That's not so bad. You actually got 3 Pokemon cards out of this. Look, Vintage Sandshrew, Oinkaloni, and Magearna. Okay, Mr. Email sent. Perfect. Thank you very much. Harry Kennison. Yeah, can anyone confirm when they write the episodes? What's clearance, mister? Well, one of the clearance boxes already sold. It was a SpongeBob box. Here's the other box. It costs more money. And it's this guy right here, Union Arena. I'd be willing to host a three-way gym break on this. So we could do 3 and then 1 and 3. So it could be a three-way gym break. Oh, be like 33. There it is. So if you guys want to gym break this, you can do that. It could be a bit of fun. Did I hear gym break? Yes, although we're running out of time. No, we're not. We got 40 minutes left. They filmed season 5 late November 2024 and wrapped up on July 2025. So, and that's what we're in is season 5. There you have it, guys. So they just accurately predicted what was going to happen. Yeah, that's nuts, man. There you go. That's pretty good. Setting it for it now if people join. Yeah, why don't you ask, does anyone else want to join it? 3-person gym break. Can we get 3 people for that? Who wants in? You get a whole box at Union Arena. You get 2 points on your scorecard if you win. It's like The Simpsons. Mr. Jack Gray's here. He wants 2 of the other shuffles. Here's the new box. It's called the Other Shuffles. Now, the latest thing we added to the Other Shuffles was 2 live customs. So you can actually pull other shuffles out of here. That's funny. It's called Other Shuffle. All right. Ready? Good luck. It's just all luck. What are we going to get? All right. 2 cold ones this time. It's a fresh box, so anything could happen at this point. Mr. Jack, thank you. All right. What is next? Shipping address from Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. Let's take care of you, man. I appreciate you popping in, man. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are going well for you. Okay. So I got your full name. Actually, tell you what, let's just go with the what you gave me in the email rather than what I get from Zelle. Okay, we're gonna grab this. So for the shipping name, we're going with Jonathan Bagunas, if that's okay. I don't know. Is it better to go with the full name or with the partial name? I feel like it's smarter to go with the full name because that's what I receive when I see your purchases. And so that's what I'm most likely to write down. So I probably wrote down Jonathan, A.G. Bagunas, right? All right, give me a second here. Either is fine. All right. And I'm going to lower this a little bit. Good. It's going to update the address to make it look all nice. Alex PSX, don't get on the ships. What up? Did I miss anything crazy? Was driving through nowhere, no service. Ooh, that sucks. No service. How are you gonna watch TikTok while you drive if you get no service? How are you gonna watch TikToks while you're driving? I actually saw that yesterday. Kirsten and I were driving to the park because it's so nice outside these days. Perfect weather. And I looked over at a guy who was driving and he was watching TV in his car. He had his phone on like a phone prop to hold the phone horizontally, and he was just watching TV while he was driving. And it's like, how did cops not pull you over? All right. Leave a little note there for Miss Alexis to make sure that she gets your stuff, even if the name's slightly different on the slab. That that's what you heard above your house, probably. Oh, what's the current pack breaks? We got 2 pack breaks right here. Team Rocket and Ancient Origins. That's $24 and that's $54. Huh? Good stuff. Who watches TCC and drives? We have had that. We have had people say they're doing that. I don't recommend it. I'm pretty sure it's illegal. Jimmy Therese. One Korean electric breaker, please keep it sealed. All right, give me a second here. All right, you got it, man. Oh, I didn't spell it right. So there's the price online. And what's the price of the one you just paid for? All right, so I'm going to take a pause and update all the Korean prices because he's just buying boxes of them because they're underpriced. I guess the Korean boxes went up in prices, guys. So give me a second here. We're going to do some price changes. All right. I hate to do that, but it's like that it has to happen if he's buying out the boxes, right? So that's how it has to go. I guess the Korean boxes got a little more expensive. I don't want them to sell that way. Wholesale boxes because our price is whatever, like cheaper than eBay. That's not a good situation to be in. So our price on the Korean electric breaker will now be, he's checking the prices basically. So Korean boxes are temporarily not for sale, so don't bother trying to send in for them. The Korean electric breaker shall be $3. All right, let's just do this real fast. We're going to remove the box price real fast. Let's get the website open and ready for edits. Sorry, mister, I should have just told you on Discord, not chat. Oh, it's okay, man. I didn't think anyone would actually bother messing with them too much. But if they're selling out, whole boxes are selling out because our price is cheaper than eBay. We can't do that. It just isn't sustainable. We'll run out and then we'll have to go and buy some, maybe off of eBay. And then I'll just be buying them for more than I sold them for. So obviously you can't have that unless you want to go out of business as a business. EV Heroes shall now be, give me a second. Actually, I'm kind of curious about EV Heroes. That's a big one. That's actually a really important one, the EV Heroes. So I'm a little curious about that one. I hate to do this live because I don't want to waste too much time doing this live. Maybe I can just announce that we're not selling them right now. I can just announce that the Korean cards are temporarily not for sale. And I can do it when we're not live, but we also don't have too many Korean sets. So I'm pretty sure I can just get this done right now. I think it's because of that news that the Korean booster boxes are not going to be sold retail at the same price anymore. They're now more expensive to buy them retail. The distributor over in Korea has announced their, all right, EV Heroes booster pack price will move from $5 to $9. Wow. So EV Heroes now $9. That's nuts. Maybe later we will lower that when we find out more. All right, that's updated. All right. My bad, fellas. I just have a bag. What does a bag mean? We can reverse those orders. Like I can reject your purchase. What does that mean? You mean like you have a bag over here? Or did you mean that in a different way? Let's see. So that's EV Heroes moving. Blue Sky Stream. I think we just moved that, right? It is. All right. So we're gonna take these a little more seriously now. We already updated it. It's good. So Blue Sky Stream, we're going to remove the box price, just have it be a pack price. So some great cards that money spent. Oh, I thought you meant something else. I got you, man. Good on you, man. All right, Matchless Fighters. That's what it's all about, is getting some of those cards sold. All right. I thought you were making fun of I thought you were making fun of people. We are. All right, we're going to update this. I thought you were teasing them. What you meant is you had good fortune. You meant it differently. So Lost Abyss. I'm curious about. Actually, let me take one more look at that Matchless Fighters. I just assumed it should go to 3. Oops. Sorry, guys. I know this is taking a minute, but we're going to be done very soon. We're working our way through Matchless Fighters now. All right, matchless fighters will not be 3, it will be 4. I knew this day would come, right? When you looked at the Korean prices, they were drop dead low, and no one was really buying them. But in the meantime, all other Pokemon product was virtually exploding in price. And Korean just kind of stayed the same for a while. And so it really didn't really make sense that it would be so much cheaper. And now it's not. Now you look at it and they announced, hey, we're not doing this anymore. No more cheap boxes. Now you're gonna have to pay good money for a box, you know. We want this in USA only. Let's see. Oops, close that. Oh my God, this is so annoying. So how could the prices have remained so cheap for so long? You know, it just doesn't make sense. I can't figure out Lost Abyss. I'm just gonna move it from 3.5 to 5 for now. I guess we'll just leave it at 5, leave it alone. Maybe it doesn't sell. Again, we'll probably lower these prices later, okay? When the dust settles. That's why I say that a lot because it's true. You know, when there's a big toss up in a particular product and there's I call it like a drive or something like that or a bull run, sometimes it's better to just pull the product down for like a month and then a month later look at it again, see where it landed, see what happened with it rather than messing with it and pretending like you can predict anything. So Terra Festival, huh? That one's scary. We got 81 viewers. I'm just pricing up. Why do we have so many viewers? I'm not even I'm not even doing anything exciting. All right. So Terra Festival will go from $8 per pack to $14 per pack. Terra Festival changing dramatically. What's our Japanese Terra Festival? Japanese Terra Festival is 16, so that doesn't really add up. I'm gonna make Terra Festival 13 Korean, and we might have to test the Japanese one. All right, so let me update the Japanese Terra Festival. Did I say Japanese? I meant Korean. So this will be moved to 13. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Pokemon's just kind of nuts right now. It's not very good. Makes me uncomfortable. I like it when the prices are stable and that they don't change very much and they're low. I like low prices. I like them way better low. Okay. Glory of Team Rocket. Mr. Thoughts on the current Pokemon market is same old, same old. It's just really crazy right now. It's just real crazy. Divided by 30. So I'm going to move the Rocket Box to $4. Rocket Packs, I mean. Looks like Black Bolt's 4.5. All right. Again, one of the reasons why you might be seeing these sharp price increases on the Korean, my actual supplier informed me that the distributors are increasing the price that the shops can buy at. They're increasing the base price by 50%, a 50% price increase. It was not a small increase, it was a large increase. All right, I think we're about done here. Just one more. Always to pay her in the description below. All right, so there it is. We're aware of the big price change on these now, and we've been priced for that. You know, it's interesting, even with the price change, they're still roughly half the price of the Japanese packs, which is sort of like the parity that you see. You see that the Korean packs are about half the price. All right, let me get that Korean electric booster box. You know, like the Korean Blue Sky Stream, it's probably not even a quarter of the price of the Japanese packs, right? So there's no parity there. You could actually you could actually make an educated guess that the Blue Sky stream still has a lot of room to grow. All right, you guys better put some respect on those Korean cards because they're going up. Thanks, man. Jimmy Torres, appreciate the order, man. Now, we do have Oscar Resendez going in on the My Hero Academia break. So we need 3 people in here. Let me get some Poke Shuffles. Those Poke Shuffles are very popular, man. I can't keep up with them almost. Wait, you don't have a... I thought you had a card, Oscar. You don't have a card? I swear you had a card. Guess he didn't have a card. Okay. Mister, you're going to pull some fire from the Waifu Shuffle I ordered. We better. So Oscar's in. Actually, I tell you what. Here's how we'll do it. Well, you're going to need this anyways. Boom, boom. All right, you're going to need this anyways. And then let's put your name on the box. Simple. All right, we need 2 more guys. 2 more guys. If I win, let's rip it in the nighttime stream. Well, we might be able to rip it now if there's not too many orders left. Here's an order from, click, Marius Larson. All right, Marius, you're also in. So there we go. We just need the last person. Mr. Edgar Gonzalez, 1 spot in the rocket. Very, very desirable vintage pack break going on here. Here it is. Very good. That's a bummer to see the prices rise on the Korean packs because I always talk about how good they are, how cheap they are. 2 packs of 151, surprise. Yes. I always talk about how cheap those packs are and how it's like, you know, I usually counter people complaining about how the hobby's too expensive by saying, well, you can buy these Korean packs and they're like $2 a pack, right? So that's usually how I counter it. But if that's just not true anymore, it's too bad, isn't it? It's the last spot taken. Is it? I don't think so. I think there's still room for the last spot in that box. It's a 3-way gym break. For those of you who haven't kept up, one of the things we're doing differently. Wait, he didn't buy a whole friggin' bag. What am I doing? I was about to chop the whole box open. All right. All right, here we are. Jack Gray. So we're running the gym breaks just like usual. Those are 2 people breaks, and it's like a little pokey battle that happens. I auto battle for you, right? And we have scorecards that keep tracks of your wins and your losses. So one thing that's changing is that at the end of 90 days, there's going to be a winner, like an overall winner of the gym breaks, and he's going to get a bonus prize. Here it is. Although we haven't really decided what that looks like. So I haven't announced the prize. Maybe I should. One thing I've floated around is the prize should be, here it is, Jack Gray, the deck itself, deck 4. So we're on deck 4. It's made out of donations. The audience donates, I donate, and so maybe the winner gets the deck. So you just put the whole deck in their bag and start a new deck. All right, Hunter Tipton, 1 Waifu Shuffle. The Waifu Shuffles are already graded Gril cards. I used to always buy Korean Inferno X when it was $2. Now it's $3.50. Yeah, so the Korean cards, man, going up. Here it is. It's a cold one. I'm sorry, man. Well, the Gril box is hotter now, you could argue. 2 cold ones are removed today. Okay, the queue is empty. We actually do have time for a 3rd person to join in here and get this clearance box done. Don't forget, guys, we've got some new products on the menu. We've got Solo Leveling Volume 3, We've got Fujibunko Volume 2 English First Edition that just came out. So that's just hit the shelf. We also have this Riftbound Unleashed. Really nice League of Legends set. Riftbound has been pretty successful. We've sold a lot of it. We had a restock of Riftbound Spirit Forge. So I restocked this one because it was selling so well. One of the best-selling sets, it was in the thumbnail. This came out in the last month. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been selling like candy. Obviously Ascended Heroes is a top set. I don't need to tell you that. You know I have it. Mister, I sent an order about 20 minutes ago. Oh, hold on. Let me take a look into this. Did we miss one? Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on. So we have Mr. Chris Gonzalez, a 151 surprise, and 2 Pokey Shuffles. My bad. I forgot to check this queue. 2 Pokey Shuffles, Mr. Chris. It's crazy how fast people jump into this queue because normally there's emails sent. And what's weird is it doesn't always get emails. So it's not very consistent to check the emails for the website. That's 2 cold ones in the Pokey Shuffles. I'm sorry for that. Chris Gonzalez, here is your Gengar. Now, I saw your order too, Mr. Soul Despair. Have no fear. We're going to get it in just a second. I also had an order. Yeah? We did your earlier order for 5 Pokey Shuffles. That was a cold round. That's Chris Gonzalez. Here you go, Chris. All right. Good. I'd love to have somebody run a mini stream for me every day on like another channel. Wouldn't that be cool? I wish it was easy to do that. There's no easy way to set that up. So I've thought of it. It could be done differently. I could just give someone some product to sell and then just ask for a cut. All right. So here we have Soul Despair with 151 surprise times 15. That's a whole box. Can you check how much I owe on Slabaway? Yes. As you know, Slabaway is posted in the Discord server. Whoa, I got so many private messages. I haven't even looked at them. It's gotten to like a ridiculous number. So, Soul Despair, you have $120 left. You have a Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan double slab. Very cool. I know what that is. That's a like classic collection or something, right? All right. Here's this, and then 2 Poke Shuffles. Wait, did we already do the Poke Shuffles? We are. Did I get the Poke Shuffles done for you, or am I thinking of the previous guy who also ordered 2 Poke Shuffles? I could definitely help you, but there's obviously the trust barrier. You get my web shipping? Yes, I did, Mr. Heavy Rice. We got that shipped out. Right? Let me see. Yep, Jason Anderson. You haven't done them yet. All right, sounds good. Yeah, the 2 Poke Shuffles was the previous order as well. So your brain says, well, I remember pulling 2 cards out, but you're like, did I pull 2 more? Woohoo, I can't wait for the Mario cards. You're gonna love it. Miss Alexis, not to be confused with 6. She's coming in tomorrow for the shipping. Wait, mister. What if you gave me product and slabs and I run booths at the card shows? That's an interesting idea. Do you have a card show near you though? I don't know if that would be very easy to pull off. You know why? Because card shows kind of require you to have a lot. You got to have a lot of slabs. And I don't even have a lot of slabs anymore. They're that sold down. We need a slab return like crazy. Here's Marowak. Here's Jolteon. Here's Dragonair. I think we would have to in order for something like that to work, we would have to get like an inventory thing going where you keep track of every single item you have and every single item that is sold. Mr. Mime. Here's Lapras. Here's Jolteon. And you'd be in big trouble if anyone stole it from you because I'd still expect to be paid. Expect to be paid out. So it's kind of dangerous. It's like taking out a loan, and then it's a loan that someone can physically steal from you. So I live near the biggest card show in New England. They do it 4 times a month. 4 times a month? Damn, dude. That would be cool to have a card show thing going on. Card shows every weekend in the PNW. Damn, dude. You guys get more than me. Soul Despair. I'm living in card show poverty over here. It would be very cool to sort of set up a card show in Lake of the Ozarks. I don't think anyone's doing that right now. It's a small town. You're not going to get super rich hosting it out here, but it's also a growing town. And so the cool thing is you have no competition, right? There's no competition. There we go. Open carry. Funny. So 2 pokey shuffles now for Mr. Soul Despair. Why does my brain keep saying I've already done this? Your brain and stream would pop off at card shows, some QR code adverts or banners at your booth. Boop, 2 cold ones. There it is. Yeah, it would be cool to host a like a collecticon out here. Mr. Jeff Leon, 2 waifu shuffles. Everybody wants a waifu shuffle now. I could put your logo. That would be neat. There are 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, look at that. Aren't there a lot of visitors over the summer? Yes, there are actually. Lake of the Ozarks gets millions of tourists. So Georgia, huh? Let's find out what Georgia is. That to me sounds like a Azure Lane. It's because Mistress, so many crazy grails, the people would go wild. I guess I could host the grails if I was actually there. I don't know if I would let someone else host it for me. Like here's a $40,000 card. Please don't disappear with it. Don't lose it. All right, so have a little fizzy drink there. Georgia. It's a lucky day for you, Mr. Jeff. Janice, Grozny, LaPlace, Naked Girls, Kai, Mogador, Plymouth, Megumin, Calling of the Spirits, Beyond That Gaze, Princess Bubblegum, Acerola, Georgia. Oh, I can't believe it. You pulled the one bad card in the box. How's this even possible? We put this in there for $20. Now, here's what's wild. I don't think I graded this. This is a NHCC card, and I don't know how I obtained it. Maybe he gave it to me. I didn't grade this, Jeff. I believe it. so that is so rough. Well, so we only put it into the box for $20. It might be worth 40, okay? I'm so sorry, Jeff. Let's see. You're right about the museum idea. TCC museum would be sick. Well, not just a TCC museum, but really a museum hosted by whoever the biggest Pokemon card guy out there is. Can I reroll for 1? I'm afraid not because it's worth less than 1. Oh, that sucks. Whole box of slabs. There's one $20 slab in the whole box. Jeff snipes it. Somebody was going to snipe it. All right. I'm sorry, Jeff. I have to apologize. Here's an order from Hunter Tipton, and he says, Union Arena. All right. So that's it. That's the last spot. Now, Hunter Tipton, you had an old scorecard. I think I'm just going to put it in your bag. You have to start over with the new scorecard because we're in a new round, okay? So, but this was an old scorecard of yours, and it's really fun to look at. Let's go grab your bag and toss it in there. It's like pulling the Joker card, yeah, or whatever equivalent to that is in other games. I don't know why I put that in there. I think it was a gift, or like somebody donated it or gave it away to me. And I said, all right, we'll just put this in the grill box real fast. Oh, did you need a new bag? Oh, you need a new bag. All right. Maybe that's why we never actually put this into anything because we don't have a bag for you. So what I'd like to do is just store it in here for a second, and then we're going to create a new Hunter Tipton card. Based on your scorecard there, you would have won if we were hosting a 90-day tournament last time. You would have been the winner. All right, we need Marius Larson and we need Oscar. Marius should be on this side because he's active. Junk packs are fun. 15 random cards from various sets. They're $3 per pack. They actually clog the table up really fast, but it's fun to see you guys buy them anyways. Oscar, they really don't make much money either. Like if I spend an hour making them and then I don't make enough of them, it's like I could have just been live selling cards. I'm just wasting my time. But you know what else is fun? Seeing all of those cards disappear because I just have stacks of those cards. All right, here it is. Now, I'm not going to put this box in the background. It takes up too much space on the table. It's for a whole box of Union Arena that has to be opened because we want it to be opened. And then let's grab these. Should it have to be opened? I mean, other box breaks, you don't have to open it. What if it's just at the discretion of the buyer? What does 90-day tourney end? It started on 325 and now we're on 514. So we've definitely already passed 425. We're almost done with 525. So like we're like 10 days away from 525. So there's about 40 days left. Don't have a bag. In the future, the tournament might be a 60-day tournament or something, but I don't know. It just depends because it depends on how big I want the prize to be. All right. Ready? Here goes. Removes trainers. Switch opponent's Pokemon card. Rayquaza is nice and strong. Claydol. And Mewtwo. Wow. So that's the end of that round. I'm pretty sure it goes to Mr. Marius. And removes trainers and energies isn't going to help because he doesn't need to use his trainer. He's the top Pokemon card. All right. Round number 1, Marius Larson. Round number 2. Get 2 energy cards. All right. You got 1, 2. Okay. So there's Mr. Marius Larson with 2 energy cards. I'm sorry. That's Oscar with 2 energy cards. Marius is next. Marius pulls Jinx. Not a bad one, actually. Jinx has 200 health. And, but it doesn't beat Bouffalant, so you're not winning this round. It's all about what comes next. You ready? Whimsicott, who doesn't even need the energy cards. Whimsicott's the strongest Pokemon. So Oscar has 1. Marius has 1. All right, Hunter. Still time for you to catch up, though, Hunter. Let's see. Chinchino. Whoa, that's really strong at 240. Piplup. Oh, Marius, you're out of this round. Hunter's got to win for you to stay in, Mr. Marius. He does win. He gets Snorlax. Oh, my God. All right. Everybody's got 1 point. He's got a point. He's got a point. He's got a point. Snorlax beats Minchino. Ready? What the hell? Something just said uploaded to your videos. All right. Now we've got Jinx. Oh, not bad, Oscar. Jinx is good. Jinx is solid. Eevee's going to be bad, Mr. Marius. I think it's over for you. Now it's just up to whether Hunter Tipton can beat Jinx. He does! He beats him with Blastoise! Hunter Tipton comes from behind. That doesn't sound right. Wow, the underdog wins. Hunter Tipton with 2 wins on his scorecard now. Holy, dude. Look at that. The box is yours, Mr. Hunter Tipton. Can I go ahead and open it? Wow. Big comeback there. Wow, wow, wow. I did not expect that. Sorry, Mr. Marius. Marius, you started out good. Hunter, you actually get 2 wins from that. There it is, like that. Because it's 2v1, right? So you get 2 hits. Let's rip it. All right, we're ripping open the box of Union Arena. This was the on sale box for today. We have another one if you want one. We got another one right here. So there's a multiple boxes of this. We'll sell it at the same price. I don't care. Ready? The other thing we were selling was a whole box of SpongeBob. That was the other clearance item. And it already sold 2. You know it's not on clearance? Korean Pokemon cards, apparently. After one guy bought out 2 whole boxes of the Korean booster boxes, and he kept them sealed. We looked up their prices on eBay. Turned out my price was lower than the eBay price. Like, that's yikes, my restock price. And so we went through all the Korean packs today. They went through a price increase. Not very fun. I guess it's bound to happen, but even the Inferno X, which is not very old, I guess it's getting old, right? It's been a couple sets. Inferno X, Mega Dream, Ninja Spinner, Nihil Zero. Does Cheese make an appearance anymore? um, Actually, yeah, Cheese has popped in and said hi a couple times. Here's a hollow. Here's all right, Hunter Tipton. You won the battle. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So here's your R star. And you know what? I don't know who this is. So I don't know how well you fared, but you did not get a double star. Probably going to be a 1-star box then. Okay. TCC, read TRG comment. I had a live custom order. Please don't forget it. Have no fear, Mr. TRG. Have no fear. Okay, here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. We just reached the 3-hour mark, guys. I think that means I'm going to call no more orders here. Remember, we're going live again tonight, so it's not over. I just take a little break at this point, and then we return again tonight. There is only room enough for 1 cheese. Oh, man, Jesus is here. Jesus says he's the dominant cheese. He says he's the Wagyu of cheeses. If you had 100K to invest in Pokemon, what would you buy? I don't know, dude. Probably something I can grade so I can go back to selling slabs. Here's Hunter Tipton. Okay, Mr. Hunter, you get a new bag. So let's grab you a new bag. Oh, yeah. Hunter, he's a dangerous gym breaker. You got to watch out for him. He gets good luck. I got an order in the website. If you could get it before going off. Have no fear. All orders will be serviced before I leave. We're not leaving without taking care of you guys. I just don't want any new orders going forward from this point. All right, that's taken care of. Now, I don't see your live custom. Let's see. You said you had a live custom. Was it part of your previous order and we didn't do it? Is that what you're saying? Let's see. That's Jack Gray. Team Rocket Grunt. Oh, you had 1 live custom in that order. Is that what it was? And you're saying we never serviced it. Whoa. You know what? My eyes deceived me. I saw the number 4 because you used the numeral 4, but you typed out 1 as 0NE, and I think my eyes ignored it. Here goes. Come on, baby. It's going to be a poker card, so at least you're not walking away empty-handed. That's a poker card this time. No, that was a whole new order. Okay, let's get the Poke Shuffles too, baby. Poke Shuffles as well. So that's what happened. All right, you got it, man. Yeah, you're right. The previous order was 5 shuffles. 2, 3, 4. Here it is. Team Rocket Grunt. Ready? I got hired for the new Whataburger. Ooh, that's really tough. Team Rocket Grunt, I'll put you in the second chance break now because you had a tough round there. All right, you walk away with 1 dino. Wonder what Karis is up to. She's probably playing that game. Okay, Team Rocket Grunt. He's going to something called the second chance break. It's not a break you can buy a spot into. You can only go in there because you had bad luck. All right, my bad, dude. Who's next? I believe it's Nick Meyer. Quips Espeon, please, and ship. Yes, sir. Whoa. Let me text her and tell her it's sold. I'm gonna show her. Okay. Did you guys know there's a little break going on for her next card? That's the Ditto. It hasn't been encapsulated yet, but when the break is over, we'll encapsulate it. Nick, did you also have a bag? Possible bag, but no worries. Possible bag. We're going on a bag hunt, everybody. All right, so I just texted her and told her that you bought it. Hey, that's Patrick, Nicholas, Nathaniel, Nicholas, Nathan, Nicholas, Nintixio, Nectaria. There's a guy in here called Nectaria. It looks like, all right, we checked all the inboxes, so maybe no bag. Just seen your face reveal. I'm glad you keep your lives like this to stop stealing our women. Excuse me, give me a second. You stay away from my women. You got jungle fever, boy. All right. I just wanted to do that. Very immature of me. Ooh, it looks like we've shipped to you in the past, Nick. Same address. Let's see. Yes, same address. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, she's been drawing some cards. There is another one if you're interested in it. Let me show you. You might be interested, or anyone might be interested. While your label is pricing up, because it always takes 5 minutes. It was old. I kind of figured it might be a little old one. Nice to see you, Mr. Nick. Really like the Espeon. Yeah, I like it. She's got a Haunter, and oh, but it's not here. I don't know where it is now. Quip's Haunter. Is it on the table already? Not on the table already, is it? I really like it. It's a Haunter, and it's got like a little. Oops, it's got a little marionette puppets, and the puppets are like Mimikyu and Bonnet. All right, Nick, let me print this. I don't know where it went. Maybe it's still on the table. All right, so here's what we'll do for you. Oh, good. It's already in a nice sleeve. So the inner sleeve is a really good one. Okay, so you're good on that. You know, I had to sit down and draw some Pokemon cards myself because I don't have any more. I usually have one up on the table for sale, but I just haven't had time. Been so busy. I know she's got a Haunter. I don't know where it is. I don't think it's sold yet. I don't know where it went. Here's another gym break, by the way, guys, for that Hello Kitty card. It's a pristine 10. Here's a really interesting Cardos 9 Venusaur. That's a solid vintage investment kind of card. Here is a Rainbow Charizard Tops 8 for only $4.90. And then here is a comparative standard Hollow Charizard for $125. It's a pretty solid deal, in my opinion. And then this side just doesn't have as much pizzazz. I mean, here's a $25 PSA 8 Erica SAR. Thank you, Nick. I'm sure she is very excited. Joseph Smith, what you end up doing with that Diglett and Magneton? I still have them. I think they look kind of goofy. I might I might toss them and try again on something else. Two cold ones. Ah, man. People have been pulling cold out of this Poke Shuffle box. Maybe it's heating up a little bit. Sorry, man. Now we're jumping back over to the website. We did take care of Mr. Jeff. He had the very interesting pull where it was the The only $20 slab in the box. I wish I knew where her other drawing was so I could show it off. It's so sad I don't know where it is. I have this I need to sell. Look at this. That's Rocky Returns Dark Metal Energy PSA 10, probably like pop 15 or something. Here we go. Did she reply? She said, "Wow, I'm so happy." All right, keep them as the hashtag break cards. What are your thoughts on graded video games? Nothing wrong with them. I think they're cool. All right, so we have Jeff Leon. He wants one more waifu shuffle. You got it. Okay, maybe another hit. Could be. I think there's whole boxes of Sneaker Bunko in here. Ah, this time a cold one, Jeff. Darn, dude. All right, popping this back up here. Jeff, that was a cold waifu shuffle. Clay Winks says 10 of the Pokey Shuffles and a round of shipping. Clay, are you brand new? Are you a new guy, Mr. Clay? We are. Ready? Ow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I feel like the Charizard might as well just go into the live customs. He's such a good card. Who doesn't want to pull a Charizard, you know? Ooh, double hit, Clay. No, I have one other order before. Nice. All right. Well, you're getting a double hit. Zacian and Old Maid Pikachu. Ugh. Oh, is this the Zacian right here? Here it is. Holographic Zacian. Keep in mind, he's from 2022, so that's a 4-year-old card already. That's probably why I decided to grade him. And then Old Maid Pikachu. There he is. So cute. So you've got a total value of 95. You can re-roll them if you don't want them. How about this Dark Metal Energy? I wonder what the hell that's worth. I don't even know how to price that thing. All right, the Erica is sold, everybody. Oh, okay, so here we go. Here's a Dark Metal Energy up on the market right now for 1,632. So we'll probably just match that. Except the difference is you can put mine into slab away. We'll do 1,640 because you don't pay any taxes with me. So re-roll both. You got it. Double re-roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's a re-roll of 6. Okay. Into the box it goes. Now you won't get that amount. You'll get $25 and $45. 25 and 45, that's 70. So 70, that's 14, right? So his re-roll will be for 14. Unless my math is wrong. No, it's not wrong. All right, good luck. 14 spots, everybody. This is what he called a pro gamer move. I love the humor you put into your drawings. The Magneton was funny. Yeah, I think it was it was weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. My brain's not satisfied with images. It wants ideas, you know. It wants to like say something. It wants to like talk about something, you know. Like who cares about the way something looks? Ooh, the Japanese ride-on. I think that's a downward roll though. I think that the Old Maid Pikachu was more valuable. But this is TCG and it is vintage, so maybe you prefer it. Let's see what we got here. Here he is. Japanese ride-on. He's sitting at $40. So that's the Tag 9 ride-on for 45. What are we thinking here? Re-roll or keep? Oh yeah. Thank you for hanging out with us today, by the way, guys. We were in horizontal mode and we got plenty of views today. So I think last night was just slow. I think that's the only explanation for it. Mr. Clay Winks, have we shipped you before? Let's go get your stuff ready. Oops, come on now. Oh, come on now. Don't do that to me. I hate it when a computer is constantly like loading and you like lose your copy paste as a result. Reroll. All right. He says reroll on the Radon. Let me do a quick thing real fast on this Radon. Come on now. So I will be buying this card back out of the box. He's gone now. And your re-roll will be for $35, which is 90%, approximately. Here it is. What we got? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your re-roll is 7. Good luck. Big hit, maybe? Ah, the luck has run out. No. Ah, man. You got to buy the re-roll. That's not fun. Let me toss you a wait, do you have a bag actually? I don't know if you have a bag. All or nothing now. I'm going to toss you $5 for your next order, okay? So this is for your next order, meaning you can't use it now. You got to go next time we're live, okay? A little bonus $5 so you can roll again. Now, we do have to create some shipping for you. Let's grab your email. Hey, maybe you get lucky, you get a big snipe on that. Free 5. Yeah, that was rough. The rerolls did not go in your favor. We've seen the rerolls turn into massive hits before, but not this time. Oh, weird. It's got no email for you. Huh. Normally it does have an email. I was hoping to give you your shipping. Oh, here we go. I found it. All right, I found your email. All right. And print. What a guy. No problem, man. Did you say you had slabs or is it a bag and slabs? Hey, mister, how the Marvel Topps Chrome Pack split looking? Did I miss it? You missed it. You missed it. It ended. It ended already. Sorry for that. How much for slab away? The initial price to start slab away is $40. $20 goes toward the slab. $20 is a 6-month fee, which you don't get back. Okay. Now, if you slab away a really cheap card, we can lower that slab away fee to $10. So if you want to slab away something that's like $100 or less, we'll do like $10. Very small bag and 2 slabs. All right, Mr. Clay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. It's interesting. You've seen re-rolls where somebody starts with a bad card, they re-roll it a few times, and it magically turns into like this big hit. But it goes the other way too, is what you got to appreciate. Sometimes you start out with a decent little round. Maybe you're not a big fan of it, but it's a decent little round, and then you re-roll it, and it re-rolls into nothing. So it's no different than actually buying spots in the Poke Shuffle. Each round is just a flip of the coin in a way. All right, I found your baggie. Miss Alexis will be the one to get your slabs. We'll be live tonight. Feel free to join us. If you're subscribed, YouTube will alert you, okay? And we're going to do vertical stream tonight and see how busy it is, all right? I'll see you guys there. See you later, everyone. Do you like the Beckett new slab label? Yeah, it's fine. See you later, everybody.